Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sprints. I feel rusty. I haven't done this for a little while. So bear with. Shout out in the comments. What are you guys reading? But let's start with us. Storm, what you reading tonight? How many books are you reading tonight?
5,630.
Good guess.
Actually,
5,631.
I'm going to work on editing my September TBR because I filmed it today, but I need to get it edited. And I got a little bit of it. But if I do get it done, I am listening to Bracken Beast by Kate Alice Marshall.
Okay.
And this is the second book in the 13s. I started the 13s this month whenever I did the Face Off or whatever it is. So look at me. I'm getting ahead on seconds in September because this is number 2.
Nice.
But it fits the last prompt for the Amazing Readathon. So if I can get it finished by tomorrow, which I'm pretty sure I can, that'll be the last one for that. I've kind of gave up on romances, but I do have the Black Lion. I'm reading it, but
I'm sorry. You gave up on romances? Kick out of chat.
Elite.
Well, I read 15 this month.
I'm only teasing.
I know, but I was like, I think I'm romance burnout because my last weekly read video for this month is going to be all middle grade except for one book. Because I really veered off because I'm like, I just don't really care anymore.
No, you do. You need that. You need the switch, Yeah.
But I'm liking it, but it's medieval. And so that's a little different. And like the wordings is a little different. And so I'm just going to carry it on over to September. And so I've just put it to the side and I'm just listening to my middle grade.
Good for you.
Need to do the September TBR and get it out. Which is like gigantic and it's got a really heavy book on it.
Oh, yeah, no, that would be my entire TBR right there. This is what I'm reading.
The beast. We're only reading half of it, but even half of it's 500 pages.
Good Lord.
And that thing is heavy. I told her, I said, I got my doorstop out.
I read that many years ago. I'll pass.
It's funny because I've had it for many, many years, probably since my early 20s, and I've never read it. It's just sat there on my shelf.
That's hilarious.
Well, I am still trudging away at Foul Play at the Fair. I'm really liking it, but it's a handheld book, and when I'm doing a handheld book, I can't do anything else. Yeah. So that it's kind of keeping me.
That's kind of with the romance. The only way I get is a handheld book, so it goes a little slower.
And I would like to kind of get a little further in this one because I'd like to catch up with Sarah. I'd like for us to be reading the same at the same time because you're at number 3.
I'm going for one a month.
One a month. That's kind of what I want to do too. Also, you've inspired me. I think I'm going to start Nancy Drew. I have 3 through 5, and I need 1 and 2. I can probably get them at the library.
They're so easy to find. Yeah.
Yes.
I say
really
that
would
now.
like to have the OG one, but I don't even know if you can get that anymore because I know that they've, rewritten it because of appropriateness and whatnot. But I'm still curious to what the original author has written.
Original text was.
Yes, I'd like to see that. But yeah, you've kind of inspired me. I think I might do with September being kind of my birthday month, I'm thinking about doing like a retro read because I have the first of the Hardy brothers. I have the first of the Trixie Belden. I have the first of.
Nice.
So, just kind of, if I read the first 2 or 3, I think that would be kind of neat.
Yeah.
Just to see where because it's really where cozy mystery started, honestly, is, those
teen detectives. Yeah.
Those teen detectives, the Scooby-Doo vibes, that's.
Yes.
So that's me.
Awesome. That is awesome. I am reading Case of the Blues. So I don't know if I'm going to read that tonight because I don't know if I want to read with my eyes. So I think I'm at like 98% in Mischief Nights or Murder. So it's literally like 5-10 minutes and I need to wrap that up. And then I'm going to probably try to find another audio or I'm going to watch YouTube videos because I have a feeling I'm just going to be too tired to read with my eyes. So.
Since you're almost finished that one, what are you thinking of it? Because I know it's been a mix between everybody that's read it that likes that series.
I did like it. I could see where they were coming from, but I mean, I still enjoyed it, for me. Everybody kind of the things they said, I was like, oh yeah, I could see, but I think she's hilarious. I enjoy Poppy, so it was still fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I did hold it up, but I am reading number 2 in the Nancy Drew
Yay.
Mysteries, The Hidden Staircase. But this is on audio. I've talked about it before. There is that woman on YouTube, Penelope Heaven, I think her name is, who reads these. And she is so delightful to listen to. So I think I'm just going to pop that in my ear, and I'm going to do some cross-stitching tonight because I'm about halfway through this. I'd like to finish it. I mean, tomorrow's the last day of the month. I'm not worried about carrying stuff over or not carrying stuff over, but I would like to get this one done tonight because that would put me at 2 books finished today. I finished earlier The Falling in Love without giving too much away. I almost, if I wasn't at work, I would have been crying. And 2, it was a 5-star read. So that's good. It's so cute. So cute.
It's a nice way to kind of end the month because
it really, really was. Yeah.
I saw that it was a series because I went to put it on my TBR after you talked about it. I saw it was a series. Is number 2 out already?
And all of them are out except for the last book, which is book 6.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The covers for those are darling.
And I think I said this before. There is a hint of spice. Okay, so there's like 1 or 2 love scenes, but they're very, I quite like, like they were well done, right? So anyone in the comments who shies away from that or what have you, just to let you know.
I need to remember to say that there is a hint of spice whenever it's got a couple of scenes.
Yeah,
like
it's just a hint of spice.
Are we talking like black pepper or cayenne?
Excellent point. No, it's cayenne, definitely. Okay. I feel like I need like the wing sauce scale for spice.
Yes.
It's 3 chili peppers.
It's 3 chili peppers. Okay.
A lot of romance booktubers use something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was Steph. She doesn't do videos anymore, I don't think. And she used to do steam fans, like 3 steam fans, which I always thought was adorable. Hi, Pat. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to try to read a new to me author, Dead Companions by A.W. Harton. The Wi-Fi keeps going in and out. The winds are 35 miles per hour and gusty and rainy too. Stay safe, Pat.
Yeah.
And just don't forget the thumbs up. Our official cheerleader, Pat. Thank you, Pat.
Very nice.
Hi. Hope everyone is well. Almost ready to read and be back soon. Bop the like. Yes, thank you.
Awesome.
PK Bop. Thank you, PK. Nadine, hi. Hi, everyone. I'll be reading Prayers for the Dead by Faye Kellerman, number 9 in the Peter Lazarus series. This book was published in 1996. Not a cozy, but a police procedural. Excellent. Cav, hi, everyone. I'm starting a new to me author series tonight. Death by Coffee by Alex Erickson. It's set around a bookstore cafe, so that's fun.
That's one that is very
mixed.
polarized.
And I'm not going to say anything because it is mixed. I want to see what you think about it, Cav. I stinking love the covers and the concept. They're so cute.
Yeah, they are cute.
Covers are cute.
Yeah.
PK, hello. Driving home but listening in, I'll be reading Secret Service by Tom Bradby. First of 3 in the series featuring Kate Henderson, a senior MI6 officer in the UK and Europe. Library book, due back soon. Yep, that always puts it to the top of the list.
Right?
Tina says, hello, y'all. I'm reading Glory in Death by J.D. Robb and have about 30 minutes left. Then I need to start a cozy. Excellent. Danielle, hi, everyone. I'm going to be reading At Home in Mitford. I've also been listening to Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Both are rereads. Excellent. Emily, hi, everyone. I'm just starting Her Brand of Justice by B.J. Daniels. Storm and I give a big thumbs up to B.J. Daniels.
Yeah, that's the next one in that series I need to read.
Oh, there you go.
Investigation. I am finally aligned because that was the one where I read number 3 last year.
Oh, yes. So you've read 1 and 2 now? Oh,
yeah, I read 1 and 2 and 4. So
you're all caught up now. Well done. Hi, Jennifer. Hello, everyone. I have 2 nonfictions I am bouncing between. One is All the Gold Stars by Rainford Stauffer, and 2 is America the Beautiful by Blythe Robertson. I have quite a few chapters in each left to read. Excellent. Hey Jen, hi everyone. I'm reading Banana Chiffon and Bad Deeds. Scotty Ramone 0.5 started number 1, and there were things referenced that made me feel like something came before and found this one, so trying it. Excellent.
Oh, nice.
Kat, hi everyone. I'm reading Nancy Drew, The Sign of the Twisted Candle. Excellent choice. Then, hi everyone. I'm reading Foul Play at the Fair. Oh, we have twinsies.
I know Sonia is buddy reading it. I would like to know what you're thinking of it, Jen. I
Mhm.
love that series. I thought it was so fun.
Yes, definitely.
It's very event filled. So, you want to tell me?
There's a lot of
Kairu liked it too.
characters in it. There's a lot of
Okay,
people
thank you,
involved.
baby. Kairu liked it too.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to be listening to Birder She Wrote by Donna Andrews or reading Molded for Murder by J.C. Eaton. Excellent.
Oh, hold on. I just saw her new title. It's a play on Let It Snow.
I seen it.
What is it? It's a bird. I mean, obviously, they're all bird references, but it's a play on
Her titles are like the most creative.
Oh my gosh.
I agree.
Annie says, hi, all. I'm reading The Shape of Darkness by Laura Purcell. Excellent. Anita, hello. Good evening. Tonight I will be finishing, hopefully, Murder at the Pumpkin Pageant by Darcy Hannah. Excellent. Barb, I will be listening to The Art of Mastering French Murder, the Vera Wong Unsolicited Advice for Murders.
Mastering French Murder is my favorite cozy I have read this year.
I'm wanting to get to that.
I am too. I'm wanting to get to it. That's awesome. And that's the same person that wrote the Agatha Christie's Maid?
Yes. Colleen Cambridge.
Okay.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought so. And that title is Let It Crow, Let It Crow, Let It Crow. I was like, there's just the best titles.
Right?
Hilarious.
I swear she comes up with them like she's sleeping in the middle of the night. She wakes up and goes, oh, and writes it down.
If she writes Agatha Christie anything like she wrote Julia Child, it's going to be phenomenal. I love Julia Child, so that it included her just enough, but you still could form a bond and a love with the main character. That's doing something.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a phenomenal book. I read it in one sitting. I loved it.
It's on my historical list to read because I like it.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
Lisa, hi everyone. I'm reading A Slaying in Savannah.
Oh, nice.
One of the Murder She Wrote books. I'm really enjoying it. Lots of info of Savannah having a reputation for being haunted. Yes, that shows up a lot in the Heather Graham books too. I found Crew of Hunters. Anytime they're set near Savannah, you get hauntings.
Yes. Savannah has a vibe about it. It really does.
I want to go there because it just seems like that kind of place, right?
Yeah, we go to Jekyll Island often, and we will kind of drive through Savannah sometimes. And, when you feel something, you just kind of get and I don't know if it's like the moss hanging, Spanish moss or what, but there's something about it.
Have to go. Sarah Beth, I'm reading Harry Potter number 6 for the first time, but I've seen the movie loads of times. In November, I'll be reading Nora Roberts for Nora Roberts November when that happens. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Someone mentioned, what is the book that you wish that you had the chance to read the first time again? That would be the Harry Potter series for me. I really would. I'm so kind of jealous that she's reading that for the first time.
I've never read Harry Potter.
Kick her off.
The first one.
Kick her off.
Too bad she's posting with Kick
It's her channel.
Oh yeah.
But
damn it.
Kick me off now.
Just not my jam. That's all.
I'm
just not my jam.
My pearls over here. Oh.
Yeah.
I only read that series because my boss at the time, who was a lot older than me, was reading it, and I was like, "You like Harry Potter?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's really good." And I was like, "Okay, I got to give it a try." And then I got hooked, and I liked it. So
every single person, when I first started reading it, I started reading it my first year teaching was 96. People were making fun of me. You're reading kids' books. You're reading kids' books. And then every one of them read it and was like, "Oh my God, I get something."
And you're like,
Dad read all of them.
You're reading kids' books.
Train to work.
Yes.
Yep. Hey, if you like it, you like it. Doesn't matter what age range it's for.
And I think YA and young books sometimes are better than adult books.
Yeah. Right? Absolutely.
Well, I prefer YA and middle grade horror to regular horror these days. So
if I read horror, I want to read like YA. I don't read a whole lot of horror, but I do have a little bit I like.
The book that I'm reading, the middle grade book that I'm reading, we have to have a genre blend for the last one, and it's a horror and fantasy mixed together. So.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Cynthia. Hi, everyone. I just finished the last one by Will Dean, and now I'm trying to decide what's next and about to start dinner. We want to know what you're trying to decide between and what's for dinner.
Yep, both of those. Yeah.
And hi, all. I'll be reading Poppy Harmon Investigates.
Excellent. Are you enjoying it?
We want to know all the things. Shannon, hi, all. Cav, I love Death by Coffee, the whole series, and I think he has a new one coming out. Yes, I thought I saw that on NetGalley. I'm almost finished with Easy to Kill by Agatha, and I just finished filming a chat, so I'll edit a bit too. Fantastic. Marina, hi everyone. I'll be reading Little White Lies by Leah Santos, a female romance.
Very nice.
Are you enjoying it?
Let us know. I've never heard of that author.
No, me neither. Nadine at Barbara, I really liked Mastering the Art of French Murder. I hope you do too. Such a fun read. Love Julia Child in the book. Love the descriptions of Paris.
Excellent.
Excellent.
I really want to get to that.
Yeah. Calico, I'm reading the British rom-com Hopeful Hearts at Cornish Cove about a woman who accidentally buys a lighthouse, as one does, because we've all done that at some point in our lives.
I can't tell you how many.
I can't tell you the number of times that's happened to me.
I have 3 in my closet.
That sounds like
either
a
read
Cajun.
this or it just went on her TBR, Calico. Just
I was gonna say that sounds like a Cajun read. Have you read it?
yeah,
Absolutely,
exactly. She either read it or it just went on her TBR.
yeah, exactly. She's furiously,
I love how you know who is putting what on their TBR.
Oh yeah,
It's so funny how you know everybody so well. It's like, oh, old lady people, Sonia's got that on her TBR.
Yeah.
It's that. Oh, she's got that on her. That's so funny to me, and I just you build those relationships. I love it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Alicia, hello. I'm continuing to read Still Life by Louise Penny. Excellent.
awesome.
Barbara says, oh, hold on. Here she is. Nadine, I really like Poor Girl Can't Cook a Chicken. Animal, hello, peeps. Hello. Welcome. What are you reading? Calico, just
And Tiff gets a point.
and we have
High
yeah.
Point for you.
Well played, people. Well played. Emily, okay. Is it true? Is there going to be a Debbie Macomber read along in December? There is. Debbie December will be coming to a YouTube channel near you.
So we all need to get together because I think maybe we'll come up with a prompt or two, but it's really just to read Debbie, whatever,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
We have a bingo board for Nora November. We've come up with that. Lee has made it, and I'll have to
Because Lee is
send it
awesome.
Who all is gonna jump in and on YouTube and host it? I mean, I don't know. So I know
For
who to
Nora
send.
November, I'll let you all who have read her take on that one.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to come in for Debbie December.
and I'm the same.
Mhm.
I'm the same.
So
You guys,
you are
will-
Debbie, and then Lee and
and we
Mike.
can support you with Nora November if you
Oh,
need
absolutely,
us. But I'm
absolutely.
not. But I don't
That's
know.
why I just
much
wanted to
about
know
it.
who I needed to send the bingo board to.
Yeah,
And
But,
stuff, and like the picture that she's made for it and everything.
but
Mhm.
I'll
for
help
Debbie,
wherever I can. You
Yeah.
all tell me what you
Yeah.
need from me.
And Tina's gonna be a host
Awesome.
because
Oh,
she's been reading
yeah,
so
that's
many
kind of a
Nora
given, I
November.
figured.
awesome.
She's the JD Robb side of the Nora.
I was about to
November.
say she's already started in Nora
Yeah.
August.
She's
September,
been
October.
doing like Nora September and Nora August and Nora, she's gonna be doing all kinds of
Oh, but
Right. What she needs to go back to is do JD January.
yeah.
Oh wait,
Well, she'll have plenty. She'll have plenty.
Her little ears just perked up and went, "Oh, that's brilliant."
right.
Yeah, she's writing it down. Yeah.
Cajun Storm, is that just it? Did he add it like he did the Stand? You could hurt someone with that thing.
No, this is like the book club edition. I think it was, or no, maybe it's.
I'm like, please let it be large print.
Right.
No, it's not large print by any means.
Oh, good Lord, no.
That's like reading the Bible.
But no, I've had this since
The
probably
Old
I was in my
Testament,
early
anyways.
20s. So.
Right.
I was gonna say since Jesus was a boy.
That's a bad joke.
Okay,
Sorry.
the only copyright date on this says 1986, so I kind of that was since I was
Growing up in
little.
church. Like you make a bad church joke, you know. Sorry. I'm sorry, everyone.
I'm
Whoever
out.
I've offended.
I'm out. Oh my gosh.
All
Okay.
right, Barbara's going to bring this back to seriousness.
Barbara?
Storm, I would not read it. I would rather stick needles in my eyes.
I'm going to do the audiobook.
And Anita agreed.
That's very Clockwork Orange of you.
My friends got it worked out. We have to read 125 pages a week.
That's not
That sounds like
horrible.
homework.
That
Yeah,
sounds like homework. Yeah.
yeah. So it's like a middle grade book, right? In a week. So,
But not.
but she's actually reading it where I'm listening to that.
Ooh,
I wish you
And
all the
follow
luck.
along.
I wouldn't read it because of its size. I wouldn't read it because clown.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, well, clowns don't bother me, so I'm okay. I have a new. It comes out like next month, and it's I can't remember what it's called, but it's about this girl who it's a young adult, and they are having a party, and she decides to hire a kind of knockoff It clown
Oh
for the
no.
party, and I guess it decides to take it real seriously.
La 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 la.
Oh
la.
no.
It does not
No.
sound like a party to me.
La,
No.
la, la, la.
It's a horror book. It's a debut, so I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to be. Yeah.
Okay, I kind of.
No.
It's funny. This reminds me of Electric Company. Which one is the different one? And we're all going no to clowns, and you're like, "Oh, cool! I'm into clowns." We're like, and I just aged myself when I mentioned Electric Company. So if you know, you know.
And it's funny because this is going to be a reread for Barb, so we'll see how it goes. Because the last time we reread things together,
Oh, didn't she do the witches?
Yeah,
By
she bailed on the witches. So
Oh,
oh god, Anne Rice.
Anne Rice, yeah, because she's
Yeah.
like, I don't like this anymore.
I read that one in high school.
Yeah,
Talk
'cause that
about-
was her. She read it in high school, and she probably read it in probably in high school.
Anne Rice is a whole truck full of peppers.
Oh yeah. I read that. I read the vampire books that she wrote because that's what I read in high school and V.C. Andrews. And then I moved on
made it
to probably
farther than she
contemporary.
did in witches. I made it farther than she did. I think she made it like 300 pages into like the 1200.
I think reading that as like an angsty 16-year-old is completely different than reading it as a 40-some-odd-year-old woman. You know, like
Yeah, she found that out. That's why I said, we're gonna. This is good. She wanted to reread it, and we'll see how it goes.
Do not pick up Sleeping Beauty by Anne Rice and think you're reading something Disney. That's all I have to say.
oh,
That is all I have to say.
True.
You need like a convoy of peppers for that one.
oh.
I don't
Oh, the
shock easy. I do not shock
yeah,
Yeah.
clearly.
What's that? Yeah, boo boo.
Sarah Beth Storm. I read it 4 times and I love the friendship. Only reason I read that book. See, when I'm thinking about it, I'm not thinking about friendship.
Right? It was a beautiful
Scary ass
story.
clown is pretty much what I'm thinking of,
And I know
thinking
it has that controversial scene at the end,
which is why my brother won't let my niece read it.
Stay away from like grates, like sewer grates.
And balloons.
And balloon. They're bad for the environment anyway.
I'm allergic to them, so I couldn't get near that clown anyway. See, I'm safe.
I would choose not to get near the clown because I'm
Yeah.
not allergic. I'm just chicken.
my favorite Pennywise will still be Tim Curry though.
Mm. That man is creepy. Just in general, that man is creepy.
I love him as the butler in Clue, though.
Yes.
And
Yes.
he narrates A Christmas Carol, and he does a brilliant job on it.
I
on
love Tim Curry. Love
Fabulous.
him.
But he plays creepy very, very well.
He plays bad guy very well.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Yeah.
being evil and bad. Yeah.
Jen says, Sonia and anyone else, Mitzi at Mitzi Reads and Writes is doing a group read of the first Nancy Drew in September. Yes, she is. Thank you for
nice.
reminding me of that, Jen. So there you go.
Like I need to add anything else to my TBR. Whenever you see it, you'll understand why. But I do have the first book.
Storm, you watched mine, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like,
She's like, I don't feel so bad now.
And we just saw you hold up it. We're good.
Well, my new phrase for TBR though is pile of possibilities.
Yeah, that's
Possibility.
what mine. That's what I said mine was.
One of my favorite YouTubers mentioned that today. And I love that phrase because TBR gives me anxiety.
Mhm.
But pile of possibilities is like,
Yeah.
okay, I can
That's
choose.
what I always call mine because I'm
Right.
such a mood reader that I put on way more than I know I'm going to get to, and then half the time I fall off my TBR anyway.
Storm's like, she doesn't just fall off the wagon. She's lost in the woods.
You kind of skydive off of it.
This whole last week I've been trying to find my way out of the woods.
It's like, you know what? Just say forget it, Storm, and just sit down and enjoy your books.
Yep. That's why I was like, I was like, well, I could read this one because it's a genre blend, and I need to read it anyway. So I was like,
There you go. There you go. I just realized we're past, so we'll chat for another couple minutes here. Cheryl says, I've been working my way through the Nancy Drew series. I'm currently on book 40. Fantastic.
Wow, good for you,
Wow.
Sherry.
yeah, she's been reading for a while.
Reading from Lutkov, am I saying that with love? After Softy and Effing, chapter 12, and listening to Before He Kills, 88% in May. Finish it today, and an e-reading, Crossing the Line by Kendall Ryan. Oh, wow. Well done.
I like Kendall
Oh, she's
Ryan.
been, yeah. That's what I thought. Well done. Leisha, thanks, Jen. That looks like fun reading a Nancy Drew on Mitzi's channel.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, the Slotha. It's actually a Christmas mug. It says, have a lazy day.
I got a Christmas
It's
mug.
adorable.
Christmas and Halloween mugs all the time, and thank you.
I didn't realize mine
And
was Christmas, but
Crystal, cooking fried chicken tenders and field peas,
Ooh.
reading a Star Wars book that I am borrowing from my stepdad. My husband approves.
Brilliant.
I
Supper
approve.
sounds good.
Jackie, the book is tasteful smut then. So I'm thinking you're asking me about falling in love? Yes, I will say tasteful smut. Yes. Tasteful pumpkin spice smut.
Well, someone was on Smut Overload when we talked about Smut. Was it Tiffany? Tiffany was on Smut Overload.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yes, I was because I read something and I was saying that I needed
yeah,
You needed
something
a
else.
cleanse.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. It was something.
Yeah.
I have read 15 romances this month.
Oh, good Lord, Storm.
A little on Smut Overload too.
Good Lord.
Yeah, probably.
Holy cow. All right. Let me find.
'Cause I don't think any of them were really behind closed doors or any of that kind of stuff.
Well, I think I was just saying that because the books that I were reading were very much
Yeah.
very hardcore level
Truck full of
peppers.
peppers.
And I was like, okay, I need a good because I was making the joke, I need a good Amish romance. Like
Right? Ooh. Okay, we were talking about Paris. Let's go to Paris,
Ooh.
everybody.
let's do it.
Fine with me.
Stop. I
Let's
said stop.
do it.
All right, let's do this.
Stop.
I've already been there this month on Amazing Reason.
I'm
Let
not
us
going to
take
put the
guess.
banner thingy up, but we're going to read to the top of the hour. Whoops. Did that work? Yes, it did. Sorry, guys. I should have been more prepared.
You are good.
And then
We've
say
been
play.
chatty. That's okay.
There we go.
Well, last
Enjoy,
night it was
everybody.
food.
Happy reading.
Happy reading. Oh, it's wonderful.
That's pretty.
Maybe. There we go, buddy.
How was everybody's sprints?
I had a productivity sprint. I didn't really read.
Okay.
I worked on my pen pal letter. Tiffany, we had a delicious dinner tonight. I made pot roast with potatoes, mushrooms, carrots, whatever.
Very nice.
And I was going to do a cross stitch because I swear Sarah, you keep inspiring me to do these things that, that take up my time. That's okay. Working on my Golden Girls cross stitch.
Yay.
Yeah, I have a friend that really loves Golden Girls, and I thought maybe my mom really loves it, so I was like, it might be some cool bookmarks or gifts or something.
Sure.
For folks. So
Awesome. How'd you do, Storm?
Good. I'm at 22% of my 27-minute video. I tried to not talk too much about anything. I'm like, we're gonna get through this.
how long does it usually take you
But it's hard.
to do a video from beginning to end to get it posted? I'm just curious.
Depends on how long the video is. And usually if I'm working on it straight, it usually takes me at least an hour to edit something. If it's a long one. If it's a short one, it doesn't take quite as long.
And I feel like it also depends on what kind of video it is determines how much editing has to be done in it. You know what I mean? Because I'll leave a few mess ups in because I'm only here to talk about books. I'm not too worried. I'm not looking to be the next, news. I'm not waiting to
Right.
be picked up by, CBS for, So what I mean is I'm not that.
I don't
too
heavily
worried
edit either.
about it, but I mean, you of course want to edit out some stuff, but certain videos require a lot more editing than others, so that really determines how long it takes in the process to make.
A lot of it also, if you've got like pictures to put up, so that's the part.
That
takes
I was going to
the
say
longest.
that's what takes the time.
That's what
Yes.
takes me more time on my video, like my TikToks I do, is finding the books and putting
Yep.
them up there.
I'm putting them up.
Sarah,
Exactly.
you've been doing vlogs. Do you vlogs take as much time as?
No, about as long as they take for you to watch is how long it takes me to edit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's what
Yeah.
I mean. Those kind of videos are so because you're really just kind of. I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm not trying to speak.
No, but you're right. I just talk. I'm just putting the clips together. If I have to throw a picture in, I'll throw the picture in, and it often takes more time for the video to export than it
Yeah.
does. And also, and I know that this bothers the heck out of some people, I don't rewatch the video. And because, especially with the vlogs, because I literally filmed them that morning, I know if I did something really messed up. So I know that I have to take that out, right? If I filmed the video 3 days ago, I might rewatch it just to be like, did I say anything stupid?
Do you do them on your phone?
No, I do everything on my laptop.
On your laptop?
I do mine on my phone.
I
Yeah,
do
that
mine
would
on
take me 1,000 years, and I wouldn't. I'm horrible. I'm all thumbs on my phone.
I do like doing it better on my laptop, but the software I used was cheaper on my phone. So
Which is fair. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right,
And
thank you.
I love the mine like I haven't tried to do it on my laptop because once I learn, this is the way I'm going to do it because I'm not real good with technology. So this is the way I was shown. This is, you know what I mean?
Same.
To me, I'm like having to do it on my laptop would give me more anxiety about just getting through it than what it's worth to, so.
yeah, because even the same software can be different from your phone to the computer. So
Yeah. Like the software I use for my videos on my laptop is way more than I would ever need. But they don't have a basic, you know what I mean? You pretty much, and I do have to pay for it. And you know what? To me though, it's worth it. I do so many videos. I've more than gotten my money back for it. You know what I mean?
That's what I feel about Canva because I don't pay for my software. So Canva is where Sonia, and maybe you know this, I'm not trying to, but Canva is what you use for like thumbnails.
I
And
use
so-
PicMonkey.
Yeah. So I do pay for like a little bit of because my editing is free, I pay for a little bit of the
yeah,
upgrade for Canva because you can do certain things that you can't do with the basic that you would want your thumbnails. It's worth it, at least to me. Like you're saying, I make so many videos.
Yeah, I went and looked at it, but I was like $14.99. I'm like, I can't do that a month. So I was
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and the thing is, I tried to switch over to Canva because I know that there's a free option, right?
There is.
And
Yeah.
I was so used to, like, I've been on YouTube for what, 7 years? I've been using PicMonkey for my thumbnails for probably all 7 years. To have to switch over, my brain was just like, no, just stay in your lane. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like with what you already know, that's what I was talking about earlier.
I don't want to have to learn
is
something
that-
new.
Is that free? What you
PicMonkey,
use?
no, it's also a cost.
Okay,
It
and
was-
you do it on your computer.
I do.
I
it
don't
all
know
on
what
my
it is
laptop.
there, but here in like the US, it was $7.99 a month. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't have as many features as Canva, but you know, like at least for me, your thumbnails in a way are also your brand,
Yeah.
right? Like you kind of have like my thumbnails are very distinct to my videos, right? So for me to when I tried to go over to Canva, I couldn't duplicate that. I was having a hard time.
Right.
So I'm like, just stay in my lane.
I've been trying to stick with like the same font on my what do you call them things? Thumbnails.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that they kind of look a little consistent. But yeah, I'm all over the place with my thumbnails. I'm not quite branded like everybody else.
And
I
I'm trying
appreciate
to think,
all of your-
like, it was interesting. Like I just
I'm
tried an
all-
experiment today that like the daily vlogs, what I was going to do was like, oh, here's a picture of the 2 books or 3 books that I read and I talk about in this vlog. So I did that on the first day. The vlog got a ton of views because it was a daily vlog. The second one I noticed didn't get nearly as many views. And I'm like, I wonder if people see it and think it's the same thing because you're not looking that close. The
Yeah.
thumbnails look too similar to each other. So when I put today's up from yesterday, I put the pictures instead. And all of a sudden, this one is, you know what I mean? It's interesting to kind of experiment, see how things
Yeah.
go, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank
Thumbnails
you,
make a
all
big
of you.
difference.
You all have given me a plethora of information. I appreciate that.
Well, and when
Anytime.
you're really, when you're, is it your niece that's helping you?
Yeah.
Niece. When she, finishes helping you, we'll answer and help you. I'm speaking for everybody. Let me speak for my only
No,
myself.
absolutely.
They'll help you any way they can. I'll help you any way I can, but
Yeah.
I'm sure that they would too. I just don't
Something
want
that
to.
would take me
100%.
5 years to do will take Emma 10 minutes.
I hear you. Yes.
What's like with the software that I use, I thought, well, I'll try to do a free one. So I went and, tried all these different free ones and I couldn't figure out how to operate them for nothing. And I'm like, I can't do it. I'm going to have to save up my money and pay for mine because I was like,
Well, it's probably all the same, like, because I'm the same way. It's just the change of it. Like
Yeah.
once you learned the other one, it would probably just be like,
yeah.
It
was
same,
frustrating
but-
me too much, and I was getting stressed out because I needed to put my video up, and I couldn't figure out how to edit it, and it was like,
Yeah. It can be stressful. I read 2 chapters of Nancy Drew, and I'm
Nice.
almost done a cat.
oh,
I'm just working
Ooh,
on its
very
tail.
nice.
got a kitty cat.
Very nice.
Must be a Halloween one.
How did you guess, Dora?
I have 9 minutes and 58 seconds left in Mischief Knights Are Murder. So,
Nice.
but yeah, a wonderful sprint.
Awesome. All right, where were we? Mitzi. Hi, Mitzi. She says, thanks at Jen. Yes, I'm hosting a group read for the first Nancy, and I plan on reading them every other month. Everyone is welcome. So, The Secret
That
of
is
the Old
awesome,
Clock.
Mitzi.
Mitzi is awesome. Kyra seems like he can barely hold his little eyes open.
I mean, he's had a very long day of sleeping and eating,
That's right.
So, and
it
that
takes
if
a
you
lot
hear-
out of you.
if you hear him, that would be him. Yes, snoring away. Oh, Bubby. Yeah, we love you.
Mitzi says, Tiffany, I finished her Royal Spiness. So fun.
Yeah, I love it.
I have to give that one another go because I like DNF that one because
Mm,
it wasn't quite as much mystery as I wanted, and I think since I know that, maybe I can read it and it'll be a little different.
It's very, very character driven, and and we're different kind of mystery readers, Storm and I. We like a lot of the same things, but still, because I'm very character
But what we
oriented.
like out of our mysteries are very different.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's definitely for people who are very character oriented because, like she said, I think the murder happens very late. I think Elizabeth mentioned that too. But if you like just getting to know the characters and seeing her with the queen and just kind of the vibe of the late 20s in Scotland and then later in London, it's really
And I want the murder at the end of the first chapter.
yeah. And see this.
It's like, but to be fair, it's like a romance novel. I don't want our two lead characters to meet at 40%. I want them to meet at like the end of the first chapter. You know what I mean? I totally get what you're saying, Storm. 100%. That's the point
And
of the book.
it's also like one of those things with my romances too. I don't want them to like meet and then go off to a room. I want that to be a little bit of a build up.
You
want
want
to
a plot.
it like jumps right in there, and I was like, wait,
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
You're like, did I miss something?
Yeah, there are pages missing from my book. Nina says, I love the Alex Erickson Death by Coffee series.
Nice.
I don't. Oh, we lost Sonia. I don't dislike it. It's just not one of my favorites. Let's put it that way. Erica, what hooked you ladies on cozies? I never thought about picking one up, and then when I finally did, I fell down the rabbit hole. I'll let you guys do this one because you guys are way more into the cozies than I am.
I don't remember exactly why I picked up a cozy, except for that I started doing audio reviews for Tantor Audio, and they give you like this list. And there was one called The Guidebook to Murder, and I was like, well, that sounds kind of cool. And I like mystery, so I gave it a try. And that one, by Lynn Cahoon, that was my first cozy, and that was back, I think, 2015 or somewhere around. And so I've been reading them ever since. So.
That is awesome. And I was looking for something that took me out of my job and the world that we live in and just kind of the ugliness sometimes. And granted, there's murder in these, and I get that, but it's still like a Hallmark with murder. Come on.
It's a murdery Hallmark.
What's that?
It's a murdery Hallmark.
It's a murdery Hallmark. Exactly.
It's an off-page murder, so you don't have to read about all the
So
no blankets anymore.
I was really looking for something that would give me kind of all that cozies do. I mean, cozies really have everything I'm looking for. I love the character part with getting to meet the main character and learning about their job and just the fairs and the festivals and the quirky, all of those things.
And the small town and going through the seasons with them. And
I just, but yeah, I was really just looking for something light and fuzzy and warm and cozy, I guess. And my first cozy was the Hannah Swenson series by Joanne Fluke. And I don't know, maybe 2010, 11, 12. It's been a while. It's been quite a while. And I've been hooked ever since.
I've been reading them longer than you guys. Like my first one I picked up, but I don't read them as much as you guys. So I read actually my first in about 98.
Oh, wow.
Something like that, because it was The Cat Who Wasn't There by Lillian Jackson Braun.
Oh, yeah.
And I picked up when I was like 17, right? And I read a bunch of those, but then I fell off that wagon and I was reading a bunch of other stuff for like the next 15 years. But it really wasn't until I got onto BookTube that I really, and watching you ladies, that made me want to pick up more and more of them. So yeah. But I mean, same as what Tiffany said. It's like, it was just that whole amateur sleuth aspect of it. And for me, it was the Cat Who series, and it had cats, and I love cats. And I'm like, oh, cat solving mysteries. What can go wrong?
Right. This sounds like a legit science.
So I'm like, absolutely. The cat is very smart. He has extra whiskers. That's a
You
thing.
guys will be surprised at 2 of the books that are on my seconds in September, because too bad Sharon's not here, because I've got them on there, and hopefully I'll at least get to one of them. But I have
Which one?
The Booktown series and the
Are you?
series are both on there.
Wow.
I still need to read the book 2 to see how I go with those. But yeah, they're always teasing me because I didn't like the first 2. So I'm like, Sharon's not here because she's like always teasing me about that.
That is awesome. But thank you very much for the question, Erica. That was great. Much
What
appreciated.
did
What
she
was
say
the first
what
one
her-
you grabbed a hold of?
That's
that
what I
got
was
you?
gonna say.
Yeah,
Did she say
what
what
was
the first one
yours?
hers was?
Absolutely.
We would like to know what
Yeah, she
brought you
doesn't
down
say
the
in her
rabbit
comment,
hole.
but we want to know. Shannon, hi Shannon. Happy Wednesday, all. I just finished the Zombie Stone
I think I have that.
Kids
one.
Illustrated book, and now I'm on to Nothing Much Happens collection and Beautiful Creatures, hoping to finish both by the end of the month. You can do it.
Nice.
Awesome, awesome.
That is awesome.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
Erica, the first cozy I read and got me into cozies is Death by Desjarling by Laura Childs. Excellent.
Hi,
Anne says, good evening. Good evening, Anne. What are you reading? Oh, give me 1 second here. Oops. Sorry. Sonia's power went out.
oh no.
Oh, no, okay.
That's why she abruptly left. Yeah, she said she's going to try and get back on.
Okay.
Rebecca, hi everyone, up north at the lake, enjoying my own ambiance and reading The Eighth Detective by Alex Parsi.
It's always nice to be able to,
Fantastic.
relax with your own ambiance there.
Right? Jealous.
Jealous.
I'm absolutely jealous. Let me see here. Jackie says, I am reading The Con and the FBI Agent, An Unlikely Alliance. I'm getting ready for an interview for my podcast. Oh, that's
Ooh.
fantastic. What's the name of your podcast? Do share. I want to know.
This is
want to know
Sonia's
about
friend
podcasts.
that
We like that.
Yeah, the
interviewed
one,
her. The Sonia's friend
Oh,
that interviewed
brilliant.
her that I can't think of what the name of her podcast is, but the one was called something about kindness. It was great. It was really good.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's a
And it
link
says, I was
for
really
it.
excited to see the book of the month. Oh, is there?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm delayed, I think.
Yeah.
Let me try this. I can't run too much on my computer while I'm trying to do this. It doesn't agree with me. What were you saying? There's a link?
There, Sonia put up a link for the podcast in that takes you to that specific episode, but then I was able to find the podcast through that
Okay.
in the Discord under
Okay.
Follow Me. I think it was under
Okay.
Follow Me, or maybe it was just under YouTube videos or one of those.
I'll
you
check.
can
I'll
find
check
it. It was
around, see what I
great.
can find. Thank you.
Yeah,
No, that's
it was
great.
really good.
Fantastic.
What's
And
the
I
book
was
of
really
the month selection?
Yeah, what's the because I canceled book of the month because it was just too bloody expensive. But let us know
Tell
what's in
us.
there. Mitzi loved Slaying in Savannah. Such a good one.
Nice.
Jessica Ann. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I had my first internship day
Nice.
today.
Oh, cool.
So I'm just getting time to relax. I'm reading These Silent Woods, hoping to finish it today. Congratulations on the internship.
Yeah, that is amazing. I hope you're enjoying it.
Cynthia says, I've only read up to the third Harry Potter book, but I adored it. Excellent.
Nice.
Esther Jane. Sarah, I have read Harry Potter. Oh, I'm thinking you're saying I haven't read Harry
Haven't
Potter either.
probably yet.
We can start a club. We
No,
can make
only
it an
two in it,
even
no.
smaller club if it's people who haven't read Harry Potter or watched Star Wars. Oh, wait, that's just me. Amy, hi everyone. I'm reading Rules of Prey by John Sanford. Having problems trying to get into the book the last couple of days. Yeah, that's a thing.
It wasn't a favorite. That is like the first book I believe in that series. I have the second book on my second in September. I'm like, I'm gonna try
shocked.
to do it, push it, And see, I know it came out in the 80s, so it's got the 80s problems and
Yep.
things. I just really wasn't a big fan of the main character very well, and so I'm like, Sherry, who's read like I think all of them or most of them, says that he gets better as it goes on, and it's still going today. It's a series that's still going today, so obviously the character must have got a little bit better. So
Clearly.
push through the
Sure.
first ones, and hopefully I like it.
Mm-hmm. Mitzi, if you visit Savannah, stop by Leopold's Ice Cream. Yummy. All right.
Nice.
Well, Garrett, we're going to Savannah to go to an ice cream shop.
There you go. Savannah is, I would love to go.
Mm-hmm. Jackie says, at Calico, you had me buying by accident at Lighthouse. Adding Cornwall, and it's just a cherry on top. Sounds fantastic. I hope it's as good as that description seems.
Right?
I agree. I agree. Just can't loved these Silent Woods.
Excellent.
Pat says we had
Ooh.
Chinese for dinner, chicken teriyaki with white rice, with Chinese donuts for dessert. Okay, what's a Chinese donut? I've never heard of such a thing.
The one that well, maybe you guys, it's just like a puffed thing,
Like
and
they
then
like
it
a
has
little
sugar
puff
on
ball
it.
with sugar on it or something. Yeah.
Well, we don't have those up here.
Oh, they're good.
Maybe it's called something else. I'll have to look.
It could be.
I shall have
Yeah, like
to.
I didn't know if they were called Chinese donuts or
Yeah, I
if that's
didn't
just what
either.
they call them. I just know they're these little balls that they have.
And are they
And
yummy?
they're just like a dough that's
Like a
puffy,
sugar-
and then
A sugary dough ball. Like,
Okay. We have like the ethnic food section in our grocery store, and they have these like I think they're from China. They're these like cookies, like panda cookies, and what they are is if you've ever had animal crackers, so it's an animal cracker, but it's got like a little filling inside of like icing. I'm like, oh my
Ooh.
god, these things are amazing. I must eat all of them now.
that sounds good.
Amy says, "Sir, I'm late. I forgot, Sarah, you switched to Wednesday nights." Yeah, I'm just trying to keep everybody on their toes here, you know?
Right.
And you're never late. Welcome, welcome. Anna says, I haven't picked up Poppy Harmon since Sunday. My brain has not wanted to read with my eyes. My ears have been taking the brunt of my reading, and that is perfectly fine.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
For Nora November, I'm guessing J.D. Robb books will still count. Is it still Nora Roberts writing them? Yes, that would absolutely count.
and
Welcome
that may be a prompt on there. I don't remember, but
All good now?
Well, we have power, but our internet is down, so I'm on my phone.
Oh
Goodness gracious.
no! Oh no!
Sorry. I don't know what happened.
No, you are. Don't be sorry.
No
We're glad
worries.
you're okay and everything.
that happens sometimes, like to us too. It's like you're just, and all of a sudden it's like poof, and it's like what? happened?
Yeah.
My magic cloud just disappeared.
Pamela, Sarah began following your channel about a month ago. Thank you.
Nice.
I'm primarily a cozy mystery and category romance junkie. Oh, you're in good company. So
Yes.
nice to know I'm not the only adult who still reads Nancy Drew. Love you guys. Thank you so much, Pamela.
Yay, Pamela.
I
Tell
hope
us-
you're also subscribed to these other ladies, to Tiffany and Storm. They are also cozy readers. Reading Murder Low Main by Vivian Chent. You got me started on this series. Yes. That is
Yay, Esther.
nicely
I'll
done.
be so happy. I love that series.
Tina, yes, JD Robb definitely counts as Nora November. Erica, I love seeing some behind the scenes planning. You guys work well together. Thank you.
Oh, thank
I
you.
think so too.
You should see us road behind the scenes. No.
God, I'm really hoping we can all get together at Malice because I just feel like we'll be asked not to come back again.
Do it. Let's all do
You
it.
go to that corner. You go to that corner. You go to that corner.
We'll be running
Or-
amok at Malice.
Now I'm thinking we should plan like a booktuber get together. That would be
Mhm.
amazing.
That would
And
be-
non-tuber, like any person who's
Yeah, even if it's
not
yeah.
booktubing that's in the area
Absolutely.
or wants to come. I don't mean that. I'm just saying, like, we totally should.
Yep. Tina says, yeah, I just slid my way, right? For JD Robb January. Nadine, Sarah, maybe you could do a video on Nora's early career category romance books. Yes, I will do that in support of the readathon because those I've read, but not the stuff like that's most people are familiar with when it comes to Nora Roberts.
I thought J.D. Robb book was on the bingo board.
But it,
Thought
does
was
it
on
need
there.
to be?
It's on there. Here's what it looks like.
Ooh, sneak peek.
Well, I know it's fabulous because Lee is amazing at those.
Oh, Lee is fantastic.
at making those.
Are you still doing Halloween, Storm?
Yes.
Brilliant. I'm looking forward to that one too.
If we have that one all figured out, we're ready to go. We just gotta wait until like I think it was the 6th of September. We're gonna do like a somewhere around there.
Nice.
And I know we're all doing Debbie December,
Yeah.
but I might do a category Christmas as well
Oh, again
in December. So yeah.
And I know, I don't know, is PK here? She was wanting to do something about a nostalgic
Thank you, Beth.
November.
Mhm. Hey,
Okay.
we welcome all the readathons.
Absolutely.
We do not discriminate. Hey, somebody's got their internet back.
Yay, I do. Thank Dan.
Thank you, IT.
Dan, you want to say hi to my bestie and all the girls that keep me entertained? That's Dan.
Hi, Dan.
He's so shy. I
Aw.
just mortified him.
Yeah.
He's like, you really want me to come back?
He's like, he'd do it because I asked him to, but he did not want to.
Oh,
Sarah says, "Hi, friends. Hello, Sarah. Welcome, welcome."
welcome, Sarah.
Tina, JD, January and July is a great idea. I like how she suddenly became too
Yeah,
much.
yeah, she had it.
Well, there are, 53 books or something? We
You need too
more
much,
than one.
yeah.
Just 2024 is just Nora Roberts.
She's
I
like,
JD,
read-
How do
January
I-
to July.
Yeah. Or how do I make it? Oh, Jogust instead of August.
Jogust.
Yeah.
Crystal says, "I didn't read Harry Potter until I was in my 20s because my grandfather banned stuff like that. I was 14 when the first book came out. You are just a wee baby." Jackie, I agree with Nadine. I really like Nora Roberts' early romantic stuff. Cynthia, I'm choosing between The One and Only Left by Riley Sager and Mr. Magic by Kirsten White. And we are having burritos for dinner. Oh, we approve of burritos.
Burritos.
I hear
yes.
Garrett coming up the stairs. Hello, dear. If you come up here, you have to be on camera. That's the rule. Oh, I got book mail.
Ooh.
Pause a moment. Pause.
Say hi.
Hi, Garrett.
Let's just put all the husbands on tonight. We'll just see hands.
That's it. It's as much as
That's as much as
The
you get.
only thing
Well,
is,
you've been
I
on
think
videos with me
Tiffany's
before.
husband would probably be on there going, "Hey," because
Yeah.
we've seen him before.
Right. Well, Garrett's been on video.
I think
Videos
he's been on once or
occasionally.
twice.
Yeah, but I joke. I always put in there. I'm like rare husband sighting. I will open that during the next sprint. Sherry says, when I reread it, listened to it read by Steven Weber. His narration made it so good. Do you know? Is that who's narrating it for you, Storm?
I don't know. I need to go look.
She's like, now I need to.
Now
check.
it's like, do I need to switch out? No.
He says, okay, back, ready to read. Just finished A Court of Silver Flames.
Yes.
And now I'm reading Mallory,
Yes.
I think, by Josh Mallerman, and eating dinner, omelets, and country fries. Well, that sounds
Ooh,
delightful.
Breakfast.
like
Jennifer
That's
says
for
she
dinner,
loves it. Tina, I convinced my mom to make pork fried rice for dinner instead
Ooh.
of pork chops.
Nice.
There you go. Jennifer, oh, I must know the name of it, Storm. I love horror. Oh, the one that you were talking about, the remake of it, the YA remake of it.
Oh, well, let me go look. It's on my net galley. Let me go look.
She's like, hold please. I'm trying to wonder what this. Ooh, it came from the UK.
Open it. Open it. Open it.
It's from Rachel Stewart. It's from an author.
Oh,
It's not something I ordered.
Yay.
It's from a Harlequin author.
Author man.
that's even more
Author Mel
exciting.
is the best. Rachel Stewart is the sweetest. All right. Ooh, you know what? It's a Mills and Boone edition too. So it's a 2-in-1. She is the sweetest. I'm like, what did I order from the UK?
Oh,
Her Off Limits Fling with the Heiress by Rachel Stewart and The Prince's Safari Temptation by Nadia Singh.
love
Isn't that
it.
gorgeous? Oh, and of course, she signed it for me.
That
Aw.
is so awesome.
And she sent me a
That's it.
card. But I love the fact that like she sends these to me, like just because I don't get these in North America. These are the,
Those are
equivalent of the UK, right? And they're a double. So yeah,
That's awesome.
very happy.
Very nice.
Thank
of
you,
her.
Rachel. I will post that on my Instagram. Sorry, Storm. What was that? So for derailing.
It is called There's No Way I Die First by Lisa Springer. It comes out in September.
Okay. There you go.
Mm.
And Shannon remembers Electric Company.
Yay, you're my tribe.
We are good.
Tiffany, I hope everything is good, no damage.
We are very, very good here. We got everything taken down. We are all good. I was complaining a little bit about the storm showers, and someone made a point about, a lot of people have got a lot of damage. So I am very, very, very lucky. Very, very, very lucky. And all good in my area, mostly, as from what I know. So my grandmother's back home. She stayed with us.
Oh, good.
So she wanted to stay home. I was like, no, we live right down the road. You can, because she's in a manufactured home. So there's,
Extra
we
careful.
came over here.
And I just borrowed the It with Steven Weber as 45 hours.
Good Lord.
Holy moly.
There would be no
No.
binging.
No.
Holy moly.
Cajun. Oh, I think the audio of it would be worse than I reading. At least I can control the pictures in my head. He had a short story, and there were sewer rats, but in my head they were sewer bunnies.
Oh, Cajun, that is amazing.
That's
Listeners,
awesome.
comment here.
They were sewer buddies. I love
One
it.
of these things is not like the
Not
other.
the other. That's what I was trying to think of with the 4 things.
Yep.
Oh, wow, I saw somebody make a video about it.
Anne Rice is super, super spicy. In fact, she is the spiciest. 50 Shades of Grey has nothing on Anne Rice. You are so correct. So correct. Nita said, love the movie Clue.
Oh, same. I watch it every year.
And Hannah, is Sleeping Beauty as creepy as the story needs to be?
No. Well, it depends on what you define as creepy, because some of the acts that happen to me are creepy, but it's not like horror creepy.
Okay.
A lot of underage.
Disturbing.
Oh, yeah, no. Shannon said he also narrates a series of unfortunate events. Tim Curry.
Oh,
Yes.
I haven't
Yeah.
read that series. I need to.
Garrett read it and he really liked it.
I read it to my class. We really enjoyed it.
I've never read it or watched the Netflix.
Tim Curry may be creepy, but he also had, it. Yeah.
excellent, Cajun. Excellent.
Cheers.
Well
Katie.
played. Nita, I like spicy books, but talk about pushing my boundaries. Was the Sleeping Beauty books by Anne Rice? Nope, I couldn't even finish the second book. Way too much spice.
I mean,
Wow.
this is how my cozy little brain goes. I was in college, very naive, and thought, oh, Sleeping Beauty. I wanted something that was I was born cottagecore, and I pick it up and I start reading it, and my eyeballs fell out of my eye holes. That's how shocked I was. And when I checked it out at the library, the librarian in my hometown knew me, and she was kind of like,
Are you sure?
Yeah.
but she didn't say anything. Yeah.
And did you bring it back on? Please take it back.
I put
One
it in
corner.
a plastic baggie and wore gloves and was like, no, no, not for me. And then I felt like I needed to be rebaptized or washed in water or something, because it was just. I'm not that prudish. I'll be honest. It takes a lot to shock me. I've lived a life, but it is not cottagecore. It is not cute little dance in the woods and sing and the birds. No.
We all found where Stormy here draws the line, and that was Tessa Bailey.
Yeah. My killer vacation was Storm's line in the sand. Whereas I was like, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying, but it's a good book.
Is that where you checked out, punched out?
Yeah, that's where she punched out. Yeah,
I'm done.
and I'm pretty sure I knew exactly what scene it was that she punched out at, which is fine. It's fine. It's all good.
And it's not. It was the thing is it wasn't one of those books where I could speed through the scenes because
it was every single scene.
Oh, yeah.
There would be nothing to read.
You could probably read Hustler and get about the same sort of story.
Mm-hmm. Barbara says, I am serious all the time, okay? I can't even keep it straight. Pat's our cheerleader and Barb is our comic relief.
Oh boy.
But
Shannon, I also heard MBR today. Might be read. Oh, and for like piles of
For
possibilities.
TBR.
That's
Yeah.
really great. I like
That
that a
is.
lot.
brilliant. I love both.
Somebody
ideas.
said that today. I was watching the video and it was MBR. I don't
Yeah.
know if it was Krista from the Books and Jam or somebody, but it was
Maybe
somebody
you and
said
Shannon were watching the same video.
that. We may have.
Yeah.
'Cause I heard-
Yeah, Amy says, I do love Anne Rice Vampires and the Witches series. My TBR is the most low effort TBR. I try to make it easier for me to mood read. That's a great idea.
I am a
Oh,
huge.
we will jump into a. Tim Curry was Legend 2, Tom Cruise's first movie, although he doesn't want to claim it. And last one, well, before the sprint. Oh, does anyone snack while they're reading?
I do.
Okay.
No,
I
because I'm
don't.
usually reading upstairs in my room and I don't have snacks up here.
I guess maybe I do if I'm doing an audio from time to time, but not if I'm doing any kind of other reading.
See, I'm the opposite. If I'm reading a physical book or an ebook, I'll tend to snack. But if I'm doing audio, I tend to be doing something else with my hands.
Well,
Same.
most
So-
of the time. I am too. Like I'm cleaning or doing, but like then I'll also stop and like eat something or something like
Yeah,
that. But I
well,
won't
yeah.
do that with just
I don't really want Cheeto dust all over my.
Yeah.
exactly.
You know what? You know how not to get Cheeto dust on your fingers is to use chopsticks and stab them and eat them. Because
I saw someone.
I cannot stand cheese dust. It is a sensory thing for me. I cannot stand the way that feels on my fingers.
Mm.
So
It's because I ain't giving up Cheetos.
I'm not. What?
I haven't had Cheetos in a long time.
Anyway, all right. We will jump into another sprint to the top of the hour, and then we'll finish off the comments. Sound good?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Let me bring this back.
I love this, Sarah.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah, I love it.
I would like to be there.
Yeah,
You know
always
these
pick
are
the
good
best
copies.
ones.
Happy reading.
Happy reading.
How did everybody do?
I did finish the Poppy McAllister, and
Fantastic.
it ended on a huge cliffhanger. And yeah, although I agree with Hannah, I messaged Hannah. I said, "Does Poppy end on a cliffhanger?" And well, I know it did, but I was like, "Holy moly!" And she said, "Yes, but not as big as the early one and earlier in the series," which I agree with. You know, there was a huge one earlier in the series, so this is not as big, but this was like, I didn't see it coming for sure. So
Okay.
I finished it.
Well done.
I just worked on my pen pal letter. I'm a little behind, so I'm trying to catch up.
I love that you do that. That is awesome.
100%.
That's how I met Jackie, actually. Jackie, that's in the chat. She was my first pen pal. We met physically in October of last year, and I'm going to see her in September.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, we connected. It was something with the Pandini and all. I wanted to connect with people, and I really enjoy doing that, as you can probably tell. So yeah, it's been really, really great. You were asking what her podcast is called, Sarah. It's called Jackie Just Chatters.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm gonna look that up.
And she has a very wide variety, but she's an author too. She actually has 2 books written.
Fantastic.
And I've read one of the, actually, I've read them both. They're arc-wise, and they're both very good. It's contemporary fiction, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jackie, but it's she has a lot of talent. It's definitely worth checking out. And I don't say that because I love her. I if I didn't think she was good, I would say it.
That is awesome.
That is
Her
very
podcast
awesome.
was wonderful. And I was able to, find it and subscribe after I
She's-
listened to the one you did. It was great.
She's currently interviewing a friend of mine from high school who has been on this journey to find his brother had passed when he was younger, and he's on this journey of finding people who knew him, and it's very, very intriguing. It's very interesting.
Very
Wow.
cool. Very cool. Thank you. Storm.
So I finished editing my video.
Nice.
Oh,
So after we get off of here, then I can download it, but I couldn't do it because I was listening to my audiobook on here. So I'm 47% into the Bracken Beast by Kate
wow.
Dowd.
Awesome.
I posted my picture to Instagram
Stop.
and I listened to a chapter of Nancy Drew and I knit a couple rows on my sock because my brain can't do cross stitch at this point anymore. So
I love that sock.
that's my little house on the prairie yarn.
I love
I
that.
saw it before, but you've gotten so much further, you can really see it now.
Yeah, the unintentional stripes to it. I
Yeah.
really, really like it.
I have always wanted a knitted pair of socks. There's something that sounds so cozy about that.
I'm telling you, once you've had a pair, you will not go back to store bought.
Too
I
bad I
haven't
don't
worn
know
store-
anybody who knits.
Gee, wouldn't that be nice? I'll tell you the same thing I told my husband: learn to do it yourself. No, but to be fair, he has size 14 feet, so there was no way I was knitting those.
Gosh, you'd need a truck full of yarn.
You could do like two of yours to his one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
I have big feet too, but not 14s.
Yeah. I would probably just do shorty socks. I like to do long socks for me. But if I knit a pair for my mom and stuff, I just do shorty socks.
40 socks.
But she tends to wear them to bed.
Yeah.
For those one. But yeah. So let us finish off in the comments. Barb. The Vera Wong book is by the same author that wrote A is for Aunties. All of you will love. Okay, I loved that book. Jesse Q. Santo, I think, was the author of A is for Aunties. It's a delightful book if you have not read it. Cynthia, I think we need a Cozy's trip to Edinburgh. I think that's a
Okay.
fabulous idea.
If you're funding, I'm
win
in.
the lottery.
Yeah, I was going to say, Storm. As soon as I win the lottery, I'm there.
Well, I thought she was asking us to go, like she was funding it.
That's what we need is a GoFundMe for that.
Maybe she's won the lottery.
Precisely. Lisa, hey y'all, reading Yesterday's Dream, Book 3 in a Slip in Time series. Excellent. Anna says, I DNF'd my book. It was very meh. Absolutely, completely understandable.
Life is too short to read books you don't like.
Precisely. Pat, I loved snack while reading. Jillian, hey y'all, I just joined. Need to get some work done, but we'll try to get some of The Last Time I Lie by Riley Sager read. Excellent. People saying what they read on the first sprint, 15 pages, made some iced tea, 10 pages, 30%. I should be able to finish it in the next sprint, so y'all can help me picking my next.
Cozy.
That's what I thought she meant. I was like,
Okay.
you can pick your cousins now? Because
If I could pick cousins, I'd have picked much different cousins.
Kay says we ate and I picked up my book. Does that count? Everything counts. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Read 16 pages of My Heart is a Chainsaw.
Oh, well, that's an interesting title.
Yeah.
It's a horror book.
I've heard about it. I can't, is it, it's not a horror, is it a thriller book?
Kind of a horror thriller, but it's what's his name? Stephen Graham Jones. So he's a horror writer. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Cynthia said, I finished making dinner. I'm going to eat while we chat. And what are we having?
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. See, I know the drill. Tiffany, did they tell you that you missed it on Monday? We did a
Yeah,
2-hour chat about food.
It was food
I
talk.
can't believe I missed it.
I know we kept saying Tiffany needs to be here.
We talked about tater tots. We talked about I mean, it was the full gamut.
It was epic. It was
I
epic.
can't believe I missed it.
That's always the way it goes, though, right?
It was definitely a lot of food. It was making me hungry.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Just have a
Absolutely.
food sprint where we just talk about food.
Yeah.
We could do that. Totally do that.
Tina, I need to read a mixed genre of the book for an amazing readathon. So, do y'all have recommendations for cozies with very heavy romance?
I'm out. I'm not a big romance, so I'll tap out for Tiff. She can handle that one.
It's very
Not
Death
like
of a Red
heavy
Hot
romance.
Rancher didn't have a lot of romance, did it?
No. No, her love interest, I thought was going to be the love interest died. And yes,
That's
I
really
know what it's called.
That still cracks me up though.
I think that Library Lovers has some pretty decent romance in it. You know, the story is sweet and they do a lot of dating and things, but I mean, as far as like romance, I don't know.
Hey, Tina, go and look on Goodreads and find one that if it mentions like romance in it, you know, like on the Goodreads, I'm pretty sure that it would be okay to like, you know, because a lot of people, that's how they look. Because like, how do you know if it has it if you've never read it unless it
Yeah.
tells you that it's on there? So
I just don't
There's a
know
lot
if
of
it's
cozy romances out there too.
Yeah.
Like-
and I don't know of many. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm so sorry. I didn't.
No.
I don't know of too many heavy. Like what I think of is like a heavy romance because I don't really want that in my cozy. Like they like to me, all of them have a little romance where they're there's gonna be a love interest of some sort. Usually, but I don't really consider it the romance the same way I'd pick up a romance novel.
I read
I
one
don't
a
know if
long
that's
time
helpful.
ago. But my problem is I can't remember the name of it.
Now,
And I remember because it was one of the complaints that a lot of cozy readers had was that it had too much romance in it, and I can't remember what it is.
I knew I had to find the name of it. Okay. Hold on. It's not cozy. But the series is by Kyra Davis, Kyra. So Sophie Katz. She's a mystery writer, and she's an amateur sleuth, so it fits the cozy genre.
mhm.
It's more Stephanie Plum sexy, but she is like where Stephanie Plum is a bounty hunter. She's just a mystery writer who keeps stumbling over dead bodies. I think the first one is called Lattes. I can't remember the name of it. Damn, it's gonna bug me. Hold on.
You can read a cozy paranormal though, I think, and that would count for the genre because on her list of like the genres and stuff, paranormal and supernatural is actually like in the horror part or whatever it is, So I mean, I don't think it was in the mystery section, so that could be your different genre was paranormal.
The first book is called Sex, Murder, and a Double Latte.
I think I've heard.
There you go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I read them years ago, and I really liked them. I thought that they were a lot of fun, but you've got to be a romance reader to enjoy them, right? So there's that. Tina, I hope that may not have helped. I don't know.
Yeah. And I think Sonia has a good idea of checking like more cozy romance type of books that might
100%.
fit a little bit better than maybe a cozy mystery, but you might be able to find something.
I'm thinking of things like maybe Flower Heart or that's sort of a YA, but it is a kind of a cozy romance. Anything that's kind of in just a cozy story in general. There's a ton of them out there. That's the only one I can think off the top of my head.
Fair enough. No, that's great. Thank you. Very helpful. Rena, I wash dishes instead of reading, but I am enjoying A Little White Lie.
Very
Excellent.
productive right now.
62% for Annie. Pat read 2 chapters.
Pat, I booped when I went out, by the way, just so you know. I booped at it.
My
Booped
Kindle
that
died. Oh,
Oh,
sorry, Pat. Anita got to 91%.
ooh, you are close, Anita.
Crystal says, I didn't get to read. I got cleaned the kitchen and fed everyone, including my dogs. Well, that is extremely productive.
Very.
Hermione, hi everyone. Currently reading The Billionaire's Bridal Bid by Lynn Graham. I was going to say that's got to be a Presents novel. An old Mills and Boone in a bind-up called Passionate Encounters. I'm enjoying it so far.
Excellent.
It's part of a collection of Mills and Boone category books put out by KU lately. Fantastic. Christy, I'm trying to finish Half-Baked Murder tonight. First in the Cannabis Cafe.
Oh,
Fun
nice.
characters. That's another one that I think was a little polarizing. Because it's
I didn't
more
know one
millennial.
existed. That
Hmm?
surprised me.
Oh, really?
I didn't realize there was a Cannabis Cafe like mystery. That surprises me a little.
Yeah,
But,
it's
I
okay.
really want to read it.
It's a newer cozy mystery that's probably, I mean, I think a lot of people who've been reading cozy mysteries for a while would consider it like part of the like the millennial cozies that we've been seeing
Gotcha.
some lately. But I've heard good things about it. I still want to, I think at some point I'll check it out. I've heard good things, but I've also, what Sarah's saying, I've heard some people that, you know,
It's
don't
like that Magic
with
Pies
anybody. That's with
and
anybody.
Deadly Lies or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
the one where the main character is a murderer or something like that.
Yeah,
she
the
murders
pie
people
one.
with their pies, but
Yeah.
it's a cozy mystery.
Yeah.
So, nah.
It's the Dexter of cozy mysteries.
Yeah, a lot of people really like it, but then again, I think a lot of people that really like it are new to cozies too. So
Correct. Sherry says there was something about Alex Erickson's writing I just didn't care for. Yes, I couldn't put my finger on it, but
I just
didn't make me
like
love
the
it.
main character.
That too.
That's normally what I hear with Storm
That
is
too.
that the main character.
Pamela says Diane Mott Davidson got me hooked on cozies.
Yes.
I've read a lot of
yes.
Diane Mott Davidson.
I love that series. Pamela, real quick. I'm sorry. I
No,
just
you
wanted
go
to ask
ahead.
her if she's seen the, you know, they made it into a series recently on Hallmark, and I just wondered if she's seen any of it. I have not.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, just recent. I
It's
don't
the
know how
catering hall mysteries or something like that, or catering.
I actually don't even know the name. I just know that they did it, at least the first one. People were saying they didn't think that the cast maybe matched up to what like
Oh, I heard
From
that.
what,
Okay, yeah.
from what you guys tell me about it, it didn't match up because doesn't in the book series does she have a boy?
she does. Yeah.
Okay, she has a
Archer
girl
or
in
something
the,
like that,
she has
or
a
Arch.
girl in the TV series,
Yeah. Well, and I heard the ex-husband. So she has an
And-
ex-husband that was
yeah.
really abusive.
and he's not. And in the series that I've seen, he seems fairly nice. So
I think I heard a lot about that character, but I can't remember. Yeah.
Weird. Tina says, I loved Half Baked Murder, such a good cozy.
Nice.
Mitzi says, to answer what hooked you on cozies, the covers. I mean, best covers and all the puns in the titles. How can you resist?
I think
Ah,
what hooked me on cozies were cozy mysteries were the first time I saw plus size representation in a book.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It started with a cozy mystery. I started my first one in 2001.
Wonderful.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Annie says, I started reading cozies because I wanted holiday themed and seasonal books. I didn't care about the mystery part.
and she's one of those that reads out of order too.
Yay!
Speaking of all the food talk and cozies, I feel like now we should do a eating our way through cozies, like some sort of event where we like put a prompt and like different, you know, you can have the charcuterie board, then move on to the, you know, main event, which would be a restaurant. I'm just feel me out here. I just want to.
I feel like this could be a huge event, and I feel like this could be something that would last like a couple months.
Oh yeah. This would be like.
So here we go. 2024's plan.
Is it like one of those parties where you go and have appetizers at one person's
Yeah.
house? What are they called? I can't remember what those are
See,
called.
here's what I'm thinking. It's like every month you have a different one. So like you have your like little charcuterie board themed one, and then you have your restaurant themed one, and then
We
your
could be
bakery
majorly
one.
stressed out like that. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's kind. And then you know,
our neighborhood's done a couple of those, and I cannot think of the name. But they're really fun.
What the charcuterie board ones, or
Where you move to a different
Oh, move to a
house for
different-
each.
I have never heard of doing that.
party hopping?
Maybe because I live
It
in a
has a
city. And,
specific name.
It does have a specific.
Yeah.
It's I can't remember, but like you have appetizers at one person's house, and then you go to somebody else's house and have like the main course, and then go to somebody else's house and have dessert, and then have cocktails at somebody else's
They
house.
have a lot of those around holidays or something, don't they?
Yeah, we
Like
do it at Christmas.
Progressive.
Progressive, that's it. Progressive parties. Where
I was gonna say you like start at like one end of the block and you go. Like,
Yep.
we do it at Christmas time. My book club and I will do a different thing at everybody's house. So it kind of gives everybody a chance to see Christmas decor, hang out, eat food.
that is so interesting.
Sonia, I know you're a huge, Christmas fan that you've talked about, and of course you live close to St. Louis. Have you done the? Where did we do that walking tour at Christmas with your mom? What part of St. Louis was that?
That would have probably been there's Candy Cane Lane on Southampton.
Yeah, and we did you didn't go. Your mom and I did it of the holiday of the Christmas
Is it
houses.
Candy Cane Lane and Angel Avenue and down in South City
I can't remember.
behind Ted Drew's, where Ted Drew's is at?
Oh, maybe.
I
They
used to
were
live.
old,
I lived there.
Old homes.
Uh-huh.
They were so
Holly Hills.
amazing.
Yeah, I used to live there. Actually, I lived right off Angel Avenue.
That is awesome.
So
they were so
My
incredible.
flat was part of that.
They were
Yeah,
awesome.
and it's free. It doesn't cost anything. It's just a community. It's neighbors that just go on out and just create. It looks like Christmas just threw up everywhere, and anybody can come and walk through it. And
That is amazing.
like someone does a sand sculpture because it's not hot and not cool enough to have ice sculptures because they'll melt. So we have people. They have people who do sand sculptures of like Santa and reindeer, and it's very, very cool.
It
That
was
is
awesome.
so neat.
So Tiff, yes, I've done it.
Calico says, so far in the lighthouse book, the heroine realizes none of her furniture will fit in the tiny lighthouse doors, and she is sparring with the hunky love interest whose name is Clement Penrose. Love it.
Clement Penrose. Nice.
Yes, Pamela, love the cat who. That was still hands down one of my favorites. Amy
Mm.
says, Jana De Leon got me hooked on Cozy Mysteries. I picked up the first book, Trouble in Mudburg, back in 2015. I will always reading suspense thrillers like James Patterson and decide to try something light.
Oh, I love Jana De Leon. Oh, I do. And you like her romance, correct? Her intrigue.
Her
Intrigue.
romantic suspense.
Yes.
Yes. For her,
I haven't tried her in anything, but I have a couple of her books.
her romantic suspense is more on the gothic side. Tends
Hmm.
to veer more gothic than anything else. Yeah.
She the Misfortune series is my favorite
So
out of her
funny.
series. It's like you probably want to make sure that you visit the bathroom before you start reading it. It's that funny.
It's really funny.
Tina, wait. I've seen the covers for the Cat Who series. It's not just the cat cozy. The cat solves the mystery. Yes. Yes. Coco the cat often does solve the mystery with his human Quillerin helping him. And there's also Yum Yum, the slightly stupider cat who does not really
The
solve the
slightly stupid cat.
Yum Yum's just along for the ride. She's
Oh my
pretty.
gosh, call the morgue. I'm dead.
Boo boo. Did you hear this?
Well, I mean, the thing is that the cat doesn't solve. It's not like a supernatural. It's not like a, like the cat talks, and it's not one of those type of books. It's just that the cat, like, he'll jump on the phone book and his paw is over the person's name, and stuff like that, right? So yeah, that's what I mean by the cat.
The Seaside Cafe, the animals kind of do things like that too.
Yeah, it's very similar to that. Exactly. Anna says the first cozy I read was Stephanie Plum by Jan Ivanovich in high school. Didn't know what a cozy was, though. That's there.
Those are hilarious.
Pamela says the cat's owner does. Yeah, Quill definitely solves the mystery, but the one cat does help. Jackie Just Chatters is the podcast. I have the author who was an FBI agent on the show. I'm prepping for my interview. His story is interesting, and he turned it into a book. Is that the one that you were talking about?
Yes.
Brilliant.
That's not the story I was talking about, but that's the podcast I was talking
Very good. Okay. Hannah, the book of the month picks look good. Okay, what are they? Share with the class.
Tell us. 'Cause you're the second person that's
It makes me want to go hurt.
right.
Oh, thank you, Pat.
Yeah, and I haven't watched a video of anybody who's sponsored by Book of the Month. And
Yeah.
I haven't watched one yet for September. So I don't know.
To get the coupon. Yeah. Christy, hi, hey y'all. Just got here. Not reading right now. I'm on a Murder She Wrote DVD binge. A library has a lot of them. That is
awesome.
approved here.
It's a Murder She Wrote episode.
Mm-hmm.
Murder She Wrote episode before bed is my routine.
There you go.
I have Magnum PI on in the background right now, but usually
That'll
The
work too.
original Magnum PI, not the new one.
Let me specify.
Yep.
Hermione says, Sarah, I've added Falling in Love to my TBR for autumn fall, so thanks for the recommendation. You are very welcome. I'm not a series binger, but I finished that book today and I was like, okay, now I want to read all the rest of them. Because the first book, the last, like the epilogue, leads you into book 2. It's not a cliffhanger, but you definitely see where book 2 is going to go. And I'm like, oh, I want to read it. Maybe next month.
Well, it's like I must not be totally tired of romance because even in my September one, there's romance in there. So, and it's one of them is like I wanted to read the second book in a series that I just started this month. I really liked the first book, so I'm like, I'll just add the second one. So since it's seconds in September, I can just add the second.
There you
Seconds
go.
in September.
Jackie, what author are you interviewing? And Pat says, that is correct, Tiffany, about the Chinese donuts. Tina, oh my gosh, panda cookies are so good. Yes, I've just discovered these and they're delicious.
I don't know what a panda cookie is.
I found them in my ethnic section of my grocery store, and they're like a little box of cookies, and they have pandas on them.
Oh yeah,
And they look like animal crackers, but they're stuffed with like
chocolate or strawberry. Okay,
Yes.
okay. I was like, what's a panda cookie?
I just found these things, and I'm
Why
like,
aren't I eating that now?
I'm like, we must go back to the grocery store. I must try all of them.
I have never heard of these. I'm looking at them now,
Storm's checking them out.
but they look really good.
They have them at Trader Joe's too.
What got me is they're in, like I said, like the ethnic, whatever, foods of the world area of our grocery store. But yet on the back of the box, it says made in the USA. So,
They've had them at Dollar Tree before too.
oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh, interesting.
I know I need to shop Dollar Tree a lot more because people are always telling me about these cool things that they find at like the dollar, and I'm like, I never go there because I figured it's probably not going to be anything. And I'm like, I need to scope this out.
David Nadowski, I think, is the author that she's interviewing.
Nice.
Thank you, Jackie. Tina says, where we used to live, there was an Asian market. Those cookies were a core part of my childhood, along with jelly tubes. Interesting.
I've had jelly
Thank you,
tubes
her.
before.
Sarah, I can expect that you haven't read Harry Potter, but my heart goes out to you for the tragedy. However, you have not watched Star Wars. That is earth-shattering.
She said it, not I.
You're new, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. My wedding ring is a Star Wars quote, but I still have never seen Star Wars. My husband wanted,
Which I think is funny because like he's such a huge
Right?
Star Wars fan, and you're like,
But that's what.
yeah,
I
you
don't
can put the
know.
quote on the ring if you have
Listen,
to, but
My argument is, I've seen Spaceballs about 87,000 times. I get the
That's
gist.
It's no, you don't.
That's probably even worse.
I've seen the original Star Wars and things, but I'm not really all that.
I love
interested
me.
in the
Don't get me
film.
wrong. I love Spaceballs. My brother and I watched that movie 1,000 times. It's hysterical, but it is not. That's like saying that you watched like Blue Harvest from Family Guy and said, "Oh, I've watched Star Wars." It is. It's so different.
I
But
was
watch
okay
it
with
someday.
I was okay with Star Wars till they killed off my character, and then I was like, okay, we're not watching no more.
Whew.
Girl, don't watch Game of Thrones.
I won't because I don't want to. I don't even want to watch that one. I don't want to read the books.
Don't like anybody.
I am not, to justify for myself, I am not really a movie watcher. I've never seen E.T. I've never seen Jurassic Park. I've never seen a bunch, like I've never seen Bambi. I'm not those movies that everybody's like, oh, it was a staple of my childhood. I've never watched.
Okay, but here's the real question. Have you seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen Grease?
No.
I gotta
I'm putting
go.
my eyes back in my
She's
head.
like, I'm stumped now. I don't know.
I have to leave. No.
I had never seen Back to the Future until last year.
I've
Oh,
seen those.
Wow.
And I've seen Indiana Jones.
I've never seen Indiana Jones. I've seen pieces of the first one, but I have never seen the whole thing. I didn't grow up with that sort of accessibility.
And I've seen The Breakfast Club. I've seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I've seen, those movies.
See, I grew up with every Friday night we went to the movie place and got movies and come home and watched them on the weekends.
Yeah. No.
We did movies all the time too because we had slumber parties all the time. So Grease, Dirty Dancing.
I
I cannot tell you 87,000 times might not be enough for like those two movies because that's what we.
I
always
can
did.
probably recite like Dirty Dancing by heart watching the movie.
No, see that I've seen a gazette. But see, that's the thing is that I'll find a movie I like and I'll watch it over and over again, right? Like I won't
Yeah.
watch
They
movie.
wore out the VHS copy. My mom had to get me a new.
It's embarrassing the number of times I've watched the movie Mallrats. Okay.
Oh,
That I'm sure that unlocked a core memory for a lot of people.
well, my husband's a big Kevin Smith fan. So
Yeah. My brother actually went to the comic shop in New Jersey that he owns.
My husband
Did
is
you
a
go to
very
the comic
big
shop and
Kevin
do all the
Smith
Kevin Smith
fan.
stuff?
Yeah. So, Tiff, I would love to go to Malice one day. Well, we're planning something, Anita. Tiffany, what town is the conference at? Looking at Airbnb. So, what town is Malice at?
Okay, I think she's talking about the one in October.
Oh, my
Well,
bad.
Malice, let me just answer both ways so that way Malice is in Bethesda, Maryland, but if you're talking about the one in October, which I think you are, that's in Ashland, Oregon. But I'm staying in Medford. That's where I fly in and has a lot of hotels there. And it says it's about 10 miles.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Email me. We should meet.
Just tune in. Just glad to see you and Kyra okay, Tiffany. Very good.
Safe and sound.
Honey.
Thank you very much, Donna.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely up for category Christmas. Yes, that will be a thing. Saying hi to Gare. Nadine, JD Robb's 58th book is scheduled for January 2024. I've been reading 2 of these books a month and should be caught up in 2025.
You're ahead of the game because I've read one.
Oh my gosh.
I should probably put that on my second September.
Now she got to go back and re-edit the video that she just edited.
Well, I did specify that these are just a few of those that I need to read. There are more. I can change my mind.
Jessica, hello everyone. Sorry, a bit late watching Big Brother. Forgot this was happening. Never late, Jessica. Thank you for joining us. Reading Chocolate Cream Pie Murder by Joanne Fluke. Annie asked, is the TV series of It the same ending as the book? I never understood the ending.
No. They wouldn't put that ending in the TV show. I don't think. I mean, I just because I know what happens and I have seen the movie, I do not believe that ending that's in the
okay. I understand. I think I get what you're saying, yeah. Hello, Ambi. Welcome. Michelle hopping on, reading a Maisie Yates book today.
Yay.
I highly, highly approve of that.
Yeah.
Sherry, Easy Rider, Morgan Freeman, Electric Co.
Yes.
Ooh.
Easy reader. Yes.
Reader, thank you. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I didn't mean to correct you. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Also remember Electric Co. My eyes are tired. It's been a long day. Loved it. See, they all know what you were talking about, my dear.
I stumble over words all the time when I want to lie.
You want
There's a
to
reason I read quietly to myself. It's like today at work, they everybody's there like, do you have anything to say to everyone? I'm like, no, I don't.
Goodbye. See you later.
Enjoy your lunch. I'm going now.
I was gonna say you don't know it probably because you've never watched The Sound of Music, but I was just thinking, so long, farewell.
See, but here's the problem. I know the pop culture references. I get them all because it's like beaten over the head. I feel like I don't have to watch these things. I know them anyway.
Yeah, like well, there's a lot of pop culture like one-liners that I know of movies I've never watched, but it's because you see that all the time.
Her
Right,
brain went
exactly.
there, and my brain went to na 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 na. Hey, goodbye.
See, that I
That's
did
where my
know.
brain went.
He says, I feel like y'all are the first ones I've heard do readathon based on alliteration, so I don't want to steal anything. But what do you think of Cozy Christmas? Elizabeth is the queen of
She is.
readathon alliterations.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
absolute
she
queen.
wants us to do alliterations. I think that's why we do them.
Yeah, we're like channeling our inner Elizabeth,
Right.
like
Everybody should have a cozy casual Christmas.
Well, it's like when I was talking to Lee about the Halloween and things like that, and I'm like, do we want just a bingo board? Do we want just some prompts? Do we need a theme? And she was like, well, I feel like if Elizabeth was here, we need a theme.
Elizabeth, I hope you're watching this.
Even when she wasn't involved, we were like, do we need a theme?
Everything is more fun with a theme.
I agree with that. I absolutely agree.
I love a theme.
Although that makes me laugh because I'll never forget when my best friend was getting married. She made the comment to her husband to be. She's like, "We need a theme." He's like, "Wedding is the theme."
Getting married, that's the thing.
I'll never forget that.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Unfortunately, they're now divorced, so clearly
Oh.
divorce was the theme.
Oh.
That was the later theme.
That was the later theme.
The
yeah.
theme changed.
It's what happens when you don't pick a theme for your wedding.
We are very,
And
very
Cozy-
lucky.
Cozy
Thank you,
Christmas
Jessica.
sounds fun. I'm sure you would have lots of people want to.
No, I think that's a great idea. Absolutely great. And I will participate in all of the readathons.
I would do Cozy Christmas in a heartbeat.
100%.
That's a great idea.
Tiffany, glad to see you're okay and have electric. Excellent.
Absolutely. We are very, very lucky. Thank you.
I've never heard of that book before, she said. Tiff, glad you made it through the storm. Sonia,
you,
don't
Anita.
read Court of Nightmares. I don't mind smut, but that book scarred me.
Well, the word nightmare in there kind of just pulls that book out for me. Unless it's Nightmare Before Christmas, that would be okay.
Yet another movie I haven't seen.
I don't like that movie.
She's like, she's never going to come back on. Oh, and I've also never watched Elf. My justification is I can't stand Will Ferrell.
I can't stand Will Ferrell either, but I love that movie.
That's what everybody tells me. I'm like, but no.
Yeah, that's
Because all
probably
I
the
can
only
picture is
Will
him
Ferrell
yelling-
movie I'll watch.
For Meatloaf. Like, I just can't. No.
Just the music alone in Nightmare is
My
incredible.
sister-in-law loves that movie. Absolutely loves that movie.
I just play it to listen.
I haven't seen it either. But
Really?
that's because it scares me.
It's cozy though.
I
Which
haven't
movie?
watched it to know that, but even the aesthetic just kind of
Are you not a Tim Burton fan at all then?
Oh, the night before.
No.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Tim Burton fan.
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown Christmas. Well, thanks.
Charlie, no, the
Halloween.
Great Pumpkin Charlie
The
Brown.
Great Pumpkin. I love that one too. I
Right.
love that one too.
See, that's like when she's asking me if a middle grade book if she would be able to read it. I have to think Charlie Brown. Pumpkin wing.
Exactly.
Amy, My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey was PG compared to The Sleeping Beauty by Anne Rice.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure. It
Steph
was.
Loves does the MBR.
Like my face is blushing just thinking about Sleeping Beauty. Look at my cheeks.
This is delightful. Yes, I'm having some popcorn while reading. Oh,
Oh,
popcorn
gosh,
is a
I love-
food group. I love
Oh,
popcorn.
thank you. Oh, I knew we were friends, Sarah.
Yeah, right. See, okay, did I slightly redeem myself just a little?
Girl, I love you anyway. You don't have to love what I love. I'm a very open-minded person.
But if she ever meets me, she's forcing me to sit down and watch.
No, because I would never force you to watch something because there are a lot of things that other people love that if you forced me to watch, I would. So,
But you have 5 days off? Watch some TV.
No.
you could do the whole Star Wars from beginning to end, like in the whole. Never mind.
You know what? If I did that, my husband would probably be very, very upset because I didn't sit with him to watch them.
Might be a good anniversary present.
This is a man who spent $500 on a lightsaber.
I got one of those.
He's a bit of a
too.
fan.
I got one of those too.
Snack. I eat dinner or any meal while I come to while reading, except maybe tacos or something like that. Well, that's what e-readers are great for.
Yes. I just feel like a hobbit when I'm reading a handheld book. I want to curl up, put a blanket, eat a little snack, drink some tea or whatever. That to me is an ambiance.
Right?
I just don't keep snacks up in my room because then there will be no more snacks in one day.
I understand that. Yep.
So you don't eat chocolate in bed? No.
What, you all don't do that?
I did not say that. You would know this if you'd read Harry Potter, but Professor Lupin says chocolate cures everything. So
I might have a big bag of mini eggs sitting here beside.
I knew we were going to be friends.
Right. I waited till the bag went on sale because it was this big.
Oh,
Oh, it's the after holiday sales is the only time to get your like snack items.
Yeah.
Your candy.
I love this, Barb. I use chopsticks to snack while I read and craft. Love it.
Barb and I, same mindset.
Amby says, I have never read an Anne Rice, but I did watch Interview with the Vampire. Amy, my phone is about to die, so I'm going to get off now. But the sprints, you're probably already gone. Thank you for joining.
bye, Amy.
Barbara, I am having a grown-up dinner. Great value mac and cheese. I really love it. And chicken tenders with ketchup and ranch. I am fancy. My goodness,
Sounds
Barb.
delicious.
Just
Trust me.
make up a French name for that, and girl,
Right?
you fancy.
How do you think Target became Target?
Right. Ranch and ketchup. You can call it like,
Cav
ranch
says, death.
sauce or something.
Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? That's all I'm thinking. Oh, Cav, death by coffee is going to be the death of me, so I'm DNFing it. Life is too short, and my TBR pile is too high to waste time on stories that don't grab me. I agree with you 100%.
Amen.
Lady Val, hi everyone, just getting here. Tiffany, so glad to see that you're safe. If there's another sprint, I'm going to be reading Falling in Love. Thanks, Sarah. You are very, very welcome. There
Yeah,
will
we are
not be
very-
another sprint tonight. We're just going to get through the comments.
Thank you, Val. Very, very lucky. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Tina says, finished Glory and Death, 5 stars.
Nice.
Jessica, I didn't read. I was updating my journal and finished watching Big Brother. Excellent. Michelle, I used to pen pal. I miss it. I think that's delightful.
I do too. That's why I
There
love
are
it.
several sites, safe sites. It's like My Pen Pal World or something is online. You can go to My Pen Pal from Japan. That's how I met her. There's Facebook sites. There are a ton. If you want to get back into it, it is there's a big community.
Really fantastic.
My
I'm gonna-
problem is I never have anything to say because I don't feel like I have,
What most people want, honestly, Storm, is just slice of life. Like, you could talk about your dog, you talk about your dad, you talk about things you made. I mean, I have 2 pen pals that basically just tell me what they made for breakfast. It's just slice of life
it
sort of
would be a
thing.
paragraph about that.
And some
sending
people do.
postcards.
Well, some people do postcard exchanges too, like for pen pals, where they just send a postcard and they write a little script on it and send it back and forth. There's
I
a lot
love
of
it. It's so awesome.
I have one where we create big things and add stickers and ephemera and whatever, and then I have some that just you get a letter from.
It's just fun to have something in the mail that's not a bill.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
It brightens up your mailbox, and then you end up making lifelong friends. I mean, I
That
would have
is
never met
amazing.
Jackie any other way.
That is awesome.
That is awesome. I'm gonna have to look at that. That's what I'll be spending part of tomorrow doing, I think.
I love it.
Annie made it to 66%. Amby read it 2.5 pages. Excellent. Kay got distracted by a phone call, but got to page 17 out of 291.
Nice.
Ellen, I'm almost finished Blueberry Blunder by Amanda Flower. Excellent.
Ooh.
I have never read
Get
an
to that
Amanda
soon.
Flower.
Now,
I know
see,
it's on my TBR. Assaulted
Pick her
Carmel.
off,
I
pick her
haven't
off.
read it. See, she doesn't watch Star Wars.
yeah, delightful.
It's getting late. The giggles are coming out.
That's right.
I've heard 3 snorts tonight, and I was one of them.
Jackie says, love you, Sonia. I'm very grateful every day that we found each other. It was fate. Oh, that's so sweet.
Our birthday is only 8 days away. We're almost exactly the same age.
Oh, really? Oh, that's so cool.
We both quit teaching the same year. It's funny, our parallels. And then our husbands are besties now. So
That is
Oh, that's
awesome.
cool.
I love it.
Cool.
I love it.
So great.
Nina says, I finished Murder at the Pumpkin Pageant. I'm giving it 4 stars. Excellent.
Excellent, Anita.
Cajun Sarah, you must have the tiniest calves. I swear the top of your socks are only a quarter of an inch wide. Okay, listen, God did not give me a lot, but I am dainty in certain areas. Okay.
I have small nostrils.
Yeah.
I had to be fitted for a CPAP, and he was like, I don't know if we have a nostril patch that's as small as your nostrils. And I was like, that is the first time anybody has told me to have something that's too small.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the upper edge. It's like, great, I have small nose hose. Oxygen's free. Hashtag blessed.
Amber, you should have waited until the Little House readathon. That Elizabeth host used that yarn. Well, I should get the socks done by that Little House readathon. Danielle, I missed Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday sprints this week, and I need to get caught up. My internet has been really stupid lately. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh yeah, that's a bummer.
Nothing more frustrating.
Tina says, totally fine. Thank you. I was kind of thinking Mission Impossible by Krista Davis. There is romance in those books, but I don't know if they would qualify it.
I am not
Yeah,
sure.
well, I think that it has to be a big proponent of the story, like the two different genres. So I don't know. That's because I'm like, every cozy has romance in them whenever you get certain, to a certain point in the books. But I mean,
Yeah.
Well, and I would really just consider it like they have a love interest. I would never classify
that
actual romance in the way that we think.
Well, because the thing is, with a cozy, you're getting the romance throughout several books. Like, but with a romance novel, there's a happily ever after. That's the definition of a romance novel. There needs to be an ending, right? Whereas with a cozy, it's open-ended book to book, right?
That's kind of why I think a cozy romance might be a better.
I think so too.
Search.
Probably fit better in the prompt, maybe.
Agreed.
And those are like those, like, is that like Jenny Colgan? Is that how you say it? Like, she got the bookshop. Books.
Oh yeah, the bookshop by the sea and the little Christmas cafe bakery or whatever. Yeah.
They're very
very
cozy, but they're romance.
Or even like a Debbie Maycomber.
Yeah. There's
absolutely.
lots of cozy, kind of soft, slow,
Sweet.
sort of sweet. Yes.
Sweet romances, yeah. I would try the Spice Isle series by Olivia Matthews. There is 2 out, and it's written by a romance author, but it's a rom-cozy series. Oh, there you go.
I read the first one. It's been one of my favorite books of the entire year.
That's awesome.
Loved it. Can't wait to get to the second one.
Kay says, you may also wish to know that Curious Caterer, Dying for Chocolate is based on 2 books by Diane Mott Davidson.
That's
Catering to Nobody and Dying for Chocolate.
That's the show I think that I was talking about, but I didn't know.
I knew it was a catering something, but I couldn't think of,
Pamela, I watched a little of the first Catering Mystery, but I didn't follow the books very well, so I DNF'd the movie. Okay.
Gotcha, Pamela.
Jessica says, I started cozies after my grandma gave me a book recommendation, and it was a chocolate chip cookie murder, and I was hooked in reading cozies since 2014. Everybody, the gateway drug for cozies for most people was the series that shall not be named.
Yeah.
Michelle says, round robin, they're trying a progressive dinner. There you go. That was the awesome. Oh, Yum Yum is so sweet, but she's just a cat. She's just an adorable, fluffy cat. Hearts. Anita, love the murder she wrote. Yes. Presley Man, can you relax, please? Ambi is falling in love based on the Netflix movie or vice versa. Neither or. They're 2 completely separate things. Cajun Slightly Stupid Cat makes me think of my schmall. He banged his head on a chair leg the first day he learned to walk. He could be a little slow on the uptake after that, but he was the sweetest boy. Aw. Jessica, they are originally from Japan, and that's why we get a contract for some Japanese snacks. That's why you find them like Pocky and other snacks more often around here. Oh, okay. Okay, says Star Wars is nothing like Spaceballs. But how could you be over 40 and not seen Star Wars? It's on TV almost every year. I don't watch a lot of TV either. I'm just watching The Office for the first time.
See, and I never watched The Office.
It's not as funny as people make it out to be, but it is very highly entertaining. I can say that. It's no Golden Girls.
I feel like my comedy, I have a very different style of comedy, and a lot of people nowadays is not that I don't like it. I sit there going, that's not fun.
And you know what? And the other thing, and Tiffany's going to hate me for this, I watched Friends, but I never loved Friends. I would not rewatch Friends.
I've never
was okay.
watched it.
Fair.
But the Golden Girls, 100%. I will rewatch and rewatch and rewatch.
That one I will.
Right? Barb says,
I've
Sarah,
watched it, but it's been a long time since I've watched the Golden Girls.
never saw Star Wars or E.T. or Harry Potter. I have seen the first 2 Harry Potter movies. But that was it.
E.T. was the very first movie I seen in the theaters. I think I was like 6.
Me too. It was my first movie too.
Aww.
And we ate Reese's Pieces.
Of course.
Yeah.
Jessica, Sonia's going to pass out from Sarah never watching big time movies. Sherry says, I remember going to the theater to see the first Star Wars movie in 1977. Anita, my sister's in love with Star Wars series. I've seen all of them. Okay, well, you saw The Breakfast Club. We won't unsub you.
If
Thanks.
Elizabeth was here, she'd probably be like, because they're doing that whole big
Oh,
rewatch
they
on
are,
Disney
yeah.
Plus in timeline order or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Her and her husband, yeah.
Amber, you need to take a vacation and spend the whole time watching movies. No, I don't have time for movies. That's 2 or 3 hours.
He's like, no, that's a lot of books I can read.
You have much audiobooks I can get read? No. And I think that's because that shows I've always been a reader. It's like I would rather spend that 2 hours reading a book than I would watching a movie.
Yeah.
The older I've gotten, the less movies that I have a desire to watch. So like I've watched all those good ones back in the day, but anything new, I'm like, well, just put Murder She Wrote on and listen to my audiobook.
Everything new is just a remake of something old,
Yeah, pretty much.
right? So
I have a cozy romance that I totally forgot about, but I'm going to be
please.
reading it. A very Secret Society of Irregular Witches.
Oh yeah.
It is a cozy romance. Also,
And it's paranormal, so that would be like another genre thing too.
anything Allie Hazelwood is also considered cozy romance. So like Under One Roof, what is the other one? I'm gonna look it up. There's several of them. Red, White, and Royal Blue is considered a cozy romance.
yes, I could see that.
And Love on the Brain was the one I was thinking.
I
of.
only think that if you look on
What
Goodreads,
hypothesis, Allie Hazelwood?
That's
Yes,
the other
correct.
one.
because
I'm
I think
sorry.
if you look on Goodreads, it has to have like the different genres on there for like to count. I think.
Which I don't know much about this, Sarah. I have not read it, but the Love Hypothesis was a Star Wars fanfic.
It is. It's a Kylo Ren fanfic. Yes.
Yeah.
She based them off
Let's
of
see how it all
Adam
ties
Driver.
in together.
But I can absolutely understand Adam Driver. I mean,
Same.
I would watch whatever movie he's in for him. But then I'd be watching them out of order. So whatever. Jessica,
I only watch Star Wars for Harrison Ford. So.
that I can understand too.
I watched them for Chewbacca.
I love Chewbacca.
I like him too. I used to know this guy who could do the Chewbacca thing, and I would be it's like, do the Chewbacca. He would do it. It's like,
My husband has onesies. One is a stormtrooper. The other is Chewbacca.
Oh my gosh, I love it. That is awesome.
Jessica says, I've only seen the first 3 Star Wars films, the older ones with Harrison Ford, but never watched any more.
those are the better ones anyway.
Amby's never seen Star Wars either. Okay, thank you. I'm glad it's not just me. She says we need to compile a list of movies that Sarah has to watch on her vacation. Carl, oh my God, thank you. Not a Will Ferrell fan. Thank you.
Okay, Sarah, have you seen You've Got Mail?
No.
We might have to
He
break
doesn't
up.
even watch the chick lit stuff. I mean, come on.
We might have to break up. That is the most amazing movie that has ever been filmed, in my opinion. It is the ultimate fall movie.
It is a good fall movie.
Have you ever
Got a
watched the
bookstore
shop
in
around
it.
the shop around
It's
the
about a
corner?
bookstore.
Yeah.
Sonia,
Was
have
that
you ever
so?
watched The Shop Around the Corner with?
Yes, I love it too. I
because that's
love
the
it.
one it's based on. Like it's
Yeah.
like the remake
Yeah.
of that one. So
I actually, yes, I love that one too. But there's something about
Jimmy
just
Stewart.
the vibe and the music. It's like total 90s, like Cranberries and
Oh, I love it.
it's the enemies to.
and this is the person who doesn't care for romance. Like I don't like chick flicks at all, but that is my favorite movie.
I do like that one. Yes.
And it's a she has the most wonderful children's bookstore in it. It's so cute.
Yes.
And it has Tom Hanks. That's what somebody says out here.
Yeah.
And it has Tom Hanks.
Sure, I don't like Nightmare Before Christmas either. Can't stand Will Ferrell. Ever since he was on SNL, I don't get his humor. I'm sorry.
I don't like him. I don't like Adam Sandler. I don't.
Never
like
Adam Sandler fan
Carrey.
either.
I don't.
And what's his name? The guy who's got the Tonight Show, Fallon?
Yeah,
I never understood the appeal of Jimmy Fallon either.
I don't like him.
And which depresses me because he's in one of my favorite, like one of the movies I used to watch every year, which was Fever Pitch with Drew
That was
Barrymore.
filmed in St. Louis.
Because I'm a Red Sox fan. So that was like, but he was in it and that just depressed me.
I just saw a message that Vivian Chen put up and said that she's in the hospital admitted and she has to have emergency surgery. So
Oh my God. Prayers and
Thinking
thoughts
about-
to Vivian Chen.
Yeah, keep her in your prayers.
she said, so I won't be at BachelorCon. Have a drink for me. I'm like, I think we're more focused on maybe like, no.
Getting better.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway,
But
so,
for her and being a cozy writer, that's kind of a
Yeah.
bummer. She's not going to be there.
Mhm.
yeah.
No, absolutely.
and she's probably been
Absolutely.
signed up and looking forward to it forever. I get that. I was just making sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Ambi's never seen Nightmare. She says she has no desire to. Jessica, Nightmare Before Christmas is going to be live action with Johnny Depp. I'm shocked. The soundtrack for the movie is amazing. Sonia, I'm now singing the Halloween and Kidnap the Santa Claus.
Kid, that's Santa Claus. Throw him in a sack. Yes, me too.
If they was to make a Nightmare on Elm Street with Johnny Depp in it, then he's going to have this white face, and he's going
That would be only if Burton did it, though. Because Burton's a fan of the gray face.
Nina, my sister has a lightsaber too. Okay, chocolate in bed, never. Always. Kyra's got a lightsaber too. And Kay says, thanks for the sprints. You are very, very welcome. Can you put your link, Sonia? You're on TikTok and Insta?
Insta and working on YouTube.
we're pulling her in into
They're trying to get me in there. I'm a slow person, so I'm not like
Oh.
the stupid cat. But
Well,
I'm
watch
slower.
the first Star Wars when you post your first YouTube.
Okay. All right. Challenge accepted.
She's,
Both of us are going to come back and go, no, that was too much work.
No, I just have to have a niece who can get a break from college. She just started and is so busy. And she has
where's Garrett? We need to tell him. We need to.
Yeah.
or it'll be like you wouldn't watch it for me, but you watch it from some crazy
Oh,
lady
no, he
who
would
be on
totally understand.
YouTube.
Fine.
No, he would just be like, all right.
All right, yeah. He'd be just like, okay, so where are we going to start? There was an episode of How I Met Your Mother that I always think about when I think about watching Star Wars. And I guess Ted's girlfriend had never seen it. So he made her sit and then she's like, you have to leave because he kept like waiting for her reaction at certain scenes. And then he's like standing at the door, like watching her watch it. I thought that would so be Garrett.
I don't care. I don't like to watch like people's favorite movies with them if I've never seen them because then I feel this pressure to react.
Right.
It's like opening gifts in front of people. I don't like to do that either because
Yes.
I'm afraid I'll disappoint them.
Oh, good part's coming up. Watch, you got to watch this. The good part's coming up.
Like
Yeah.
I don't. I'll watch that on my own. Thanks, and I'll let you know what I think.
Exactly.
I feel the
exactly.
same way even about books. Like if I know somebody's reading one of my favorites, I'm like, oh.
Well, yeah, it's like the library lovers. It's like when somebody's like, it's like, oh, are they going to like it? Are they going to like it?
I miss pen pals. Danielle,
can
I
still
love
do it,
Elf
though.
and Kicking and Screaming, but those are the only Will Ferrell movies I'll watch.
Same.
Michelle, I actually met a few pen pals. I'm friends on Facebook with 2 from high school. Can Sarah put the site in the comments or something? I'm on a couple of pages, but no luck. Yeah, I'll figure. I'll put something in maybe the Discord or something like that. Sarah, I'm jealous you have Cadbury eggs still. Mine never lasts that long. It was a really big bag. But
that wouldn't mean anything. That just means it'll last a couple of days.
We have them all year round. So Halloween, we're gonna get them, and this is it's creepy, but they're just white eggs, and they're meant to be spiders' eggs, but they're Cadbury mini eggs, right? Then at Christmas we get Christmas ones.
Wow.
So we have them all year round.
I just like all the Reese's things that comes out. So you get the Reese's pumpkin, you get the Reese's egg, you got the Reese's Christmas tree.
Sonia, you are on it tonight.
I don't know what I'm on, but I have some caffeine.
I love Amby's comment. I hate to brag, but I can still fit into my earrings from high school.
Yes.
Well, the misfortune.
The only thing that might still fit from high school.
That's why I love purses and shoes. They always fit. Well, in the misfortune series, Gertie has a boyfriend, and she is not allowed to talk about it.
No sexy talk.
Love Friends, love the Golden Girls. I meant when you were a kid, before cable, there were a few movies that were played every year. Okay, yeah. Star Wars, Wizard of Oz. I've never seen Wizard of Oz. I've only watched a smidgen of Goonies. Goonies was too scary for me. I couldn't watch it.
The Wizard of Oz is
I know why. Do you know? Hold on. The reason I never watched Wizard of Oz, because I ended up watching Return to Oz first.
Oh my gosh, that was terrifying.
The scene where they go through the hall and there's the heads on the spikes. I refuse to watch The Wizard of Oz now. I refuse.
Yeah, The Wizard of Oz is nothing like that.
No.
I don't care. That's what's in my head.
I remember when my nephew watched it for the first time, the monkeys were a little scared and he's like 5 or whatever. But it's the one part where the lady that ends up being the witch in the movie or whatever, but she's got her bicycle and she goes in there, she's mad and she storms out and the gate hits her on the butt on the way out. He's like, rewind.
I love it. If I wasn't such a Christian woman, I'd tell you exactly what I think.
Yeah. We had a movie theater that was like an old time movie theater that just was like one room, like not a movie theater how we think of them. And they did old movies. And on Tuesday, they did old movies for $2. And one time we got to see Wizard of Oz. And I was so excited because to see that on the big screen was just an amazing, because I was too young to see it originally. Yeah. Oh gosh, it was so good.
Yeah, my husband actually got to see Gone with the Wind on the big screen, and that's one of my favorite movies of all time. So that
I've never seen.
I see. Yeah, that's epic. Yeah.
When I saw that movie, and I looked at my mom and said, "I can't believe you made me watch this." In the ending half hour.
My best friend has the Wicked Witch of the West tone, the dun, 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 as my ringtone. I don't quite know why she's my best friend.
You said it earlier, the Charlie Brown teacher, my dad, and my dad's deceased, but my parents were married till he passed away. And I say that because my dad, I would go home to visit him and my dad's ringtone would come on. It was the Charlie Brown teacher. And he goes, see what your mom needs. And then the next time I came home, it was the Wicked Witch. Dude, and I was like, and you wonder what? I mean, he was just clearly joking. It also, they were very happy, but it was just funny. Yeah.
That's delightful.
I think he just did it to agitate her.
Kaden said the earring remark just made me snort. Yes. All right, gonna call it a night. Have a good rest of your week. Stay safe. Good night, Anita. Saying good night. Yeah, we'll be finishing off pretty soon, I think. Have y'all watched Designing Women? It was my Nana's favorite show. I loved it too. I remember watching some episodes of it. Yes.
Love it. Julia can make a speech from beginning to end. Mm-hmm. And read you without your library card. Love her.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time, probably since it was on TV since I've seen it, but I did like it.
The Golden Girls and Designing Women are my comfort.
the episode the night when the lights went out in Georgia. I was like, and that's where that name, I mean, besides Reba.
Besides Reba, yep. Which is a great song.
Yes.
Jessica, just give me Disney and musical films and I'd be happy.
Jessica.
She's found a new bestie. Oh,
I don't like spontaneous singing and dancing.
I gotta tell you, I have wrote papers on if I had a superpower, it would be the ability that instead of war, people would just break out in like mobs against each other. Like once I would like West Side Story, but like people are like walking down the hall, like, and there would be no need for, the worst you could do is throw a tomato at somebody because that's it.
I agree 100%.
I mean,
I
imagine
think that
solving world I mean, it's brilliant. I mean,
I saw a meme that actually made me think of you the other day, Tiffany, even though I have never seen The Sound of Music. But again, I get the premise of it with the Von Trapp children. And the thing was, like, the woman's like, if I was at a party and the 7 kids started singing a song about having to go to bed, I would leave. And I'm like,
that's like one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
Just made me laugh. And I love this comment, by the way. 2 scoops of Adam Driver, please.
that's Jackie.
Bernard, baby, what are you doing?
I don't even know who Adam Driver is.
Change Adam Driver to Henry Cavill, and I'll have some of that.
Michelle says, I love the okay. I watched the Ewoks TV show when I was a kid.
I wanted a stuffed Ewok when I was little. So bad.
I had a stuffed Ewok when I was little.
That's where Santa took it.
Yeah.
And I had an ET, and I had a Gizmo from the Gremlins.
Okay, I've seen Gremlins.
Oh, hey!
And I've seen Die Hard, speaking of Christmas movies, and I've seen
There we
Die
go.
Hard.
That's 2 good Christmas movies right there.
Thank you for joining, Hermione. And be glad I could make you laugh. Kay says, I love R2 and Yoda and Wicket. They were my size, but the first 3, 4, 5, and 6 are the best. Oh, I guess for the movies.
Yeah, because they started out with 4, 5, and 6, and then
Yeah, that I do know that Garrett explained.
That's why I'm like the old ones. I like the old ones.
Yes, baby. Hello. Yes, I know you want your rubs. I'm kind of busy though, sir. And it has Tom Hanks.
You've Got Mail is what she's talking
Mhm.
about. Favorite movie.
In The Good Old Summertime with Judy Garland and Van Johnson is the second iteration of the original Shop Around the Corner Before You Got Mail. Love them all.
Same.
nice.
Mom isn't a Will Ferrell fan either. Yes. Dad, Heather, and I love him. No, To the Wizard of Oz is my least favorite of all time.
I
Wow.
love the Wizard.
I do too.
Wow.
Its time. I mean, what they did with that movie is just, to me, incredible.
That's how I feel with Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
Right?
The tornado was literally pantyhose. That's how they
Really?
made the tornado. Yes.
Fascinating.
I mean, who thinks to do that? And the way it looked, it just, to me, it's incredible. But
Amazing.
everybody, different strokes for different folks.
Right? You mean she bit you?
No,
her dog. Oh, she bit her dog. One of my
No.
favorite lines.
Same. Same.
Wizard of Oz came out in 1939. Even I am too young to have seen it when it came out.
Well, of course. I mean,
Best lines ever. Gone with the Wind is my Nan's favorite book. Yeah, I've seen the movie about 6 times. I've read the book about 6 times.
I read
That's
it
my
once
mother's favorite book.
last year.
Sound of Music, the original, is, pardon me, one of my faves.
Yes.
of course.
And the first time I ever saw that, it was in high school in a music class.
Oh,
And I was like, I don't know if I'd like that, because I was like, oh, now I have like a DVD of it. And so, and it's the one where you can sing along.
oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I love that.
Tiffany, we hate sing-alongs.
Absolutely.
I grew up watching Elvis movies. So, and it's
I've never
like,
seen an Elvis movie.
oh,
Mm.
I feel the song coming on. Oh, oh, oh. You can tell. It's like you can tell.
And Annette, Frankie and Annette.
Frankie and Annette, yeah.
I saw Back to the Beach. Was that
Beach
the movie?
Witch Bingo.
The one where they're older and they're kids?
Oh yeah.
That's the one that I saw. Yeah. Jackie says Reba singing "The Night." The lights went out in Georgia was a cover. I think Vicki Lawrence, an actress from Mama's Family, was the original singer, but I could be wrong on that. Reba definitely is a cover. Oh, I did not know that. Thank you for that information.
Yeah, she did. I think that's how she got discovered with Carol Burnett.
Okay, fantastic. I love the show Mama's Family too. That was so much fun.
Oh my gosh, that
Oh,
epic.
Yeah. Anything with Julie Andrews and I'm sold. I do love Mary Poppins.
what we're talking about.
Yes, that is my favorite Disney. Like, it's Mary
Yeah.
It is too. It is.
I'm sorry. Okay. Have you seen? I saw it on Instagram. My brother told me about it because my brother's a big Die Hard fan. That it's a countdown, like it's an advent for Christmas, but it's the tower and it's Hans Gruber falling off of the tower, and then you change it day to day until Christmas.
Oh, I want one.
That's very clever.
That is
I know.
cool.
My brother's like, we need this.
That is funny.
That is cool.
Change Adam Driver to Sam or Dean Winchester.
I never
Gremlins.
watched
That was the other one they played every year.
All I can remember from that movie is milk duds. I want milk duds. That's the only thing I remember from that movie.
Oh, yeah.
The Gremlins, I think, was probably like one of the second movies I saw in the theaters whenever I was a kid. And it scared me. And I wanted to go home. And my mom had to take me out into like the lobby and like talk me out of going home. It's going to get funny whenever you know and everything.
Mhm, mhm.
And then we went back in and I laughed and had a fun. But yeah, at first, whenever they first turned into the Gremlin things, I want to go home.
Mhm.
I saw it at the drive-in, and I hid behind the seat. So
Julie Andrews,
Yes.
voice of an angel.
Yeah.
Love sing along, she says. Kay, I never saw the remake for Sound of Music with Carrie Underwood.
I wouldn't.
I am
watch
not a
that.
Carrie Underwood
No.
fan. I don't.
I
think
have
watched
seen it because I just like the live. I just like the live musicals that they do. It was just like the one night ABC
Yeah, on
Live
TV.
or-
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just that. But I mean, definitely Julie Andrews is no comparison. I'm just saying, I like any of those live. I just like musicals. Let's just face
I
it.
was gonna say you go and watch the musicals because that's what's like the musicals. Whether you like, you're just
Right.
going to go see it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like you get the tickets and it's like, well, this is what I'm going to go see. You probably would go see it even if it was like not about something you like or something.
Absolutely.
True.
That's that
Okay,
muting
I
in
just
you.
love music. Real
Love
ones, not some of the things they put out nowadays. Yes. Love the show. True. A lot of remakes should just not be made. Agreed. Kay says, I will have to try and find it. Jessica Lynn, I was not able to watch it when it was on because I was working. Since then, I couldn't find it. She says, yeah, some of those old lives are hard to find. They call movies about music or dancing musicals these days. Not the same. That I understand. That I understand, yeah. All right, we're at the end of the comments, and it's 10 o'clock, and I'm surprised Tiffany hasn't turned into a pumpkin.
I know. I was like surprised.
I'm shocked,
Surprised that he's getting the giggles though. You could tell.
right?
Did get the giggles because it is way past my bedtime.
So let's wrap it up. Storm, what you got coming up on your channel?
Well, I just put out a video about some more books that are coming out like in September that I think sound cool and everything.
Excellent.
And then I have my September TBR that I'm going to post maybe tonight, depending on how long it takes, because it is like 9 o'clock for me. But
What about you, Tiffany? Anything coming up this week?
I had my normal 2 videos, and because of all the prep with the hurricane, I haven't even got one up. But I mean, I'm not worried about it. But so I'm gonna try to edit one tomorrow, and so it'll be up on Friday, which would be the September releases, and I'll just keep the Hidden Gems Part 2 for the next week. So
Excellent. And
Yeah.
sprints on your channel Sunday at 5?
yes.
Very good. Anything you got coming up, Sonia?
I will be posting my August reads. What I read in August. I read 18 books this August.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's
that was that
amazing.
binging that Seaside Cafe. But I plan to do that. I also plan to post some more of the reading journal that I finished for August because I'm almost
Wonderful.
finished. And
my August wrap up's going to be called Readathons Made Me Do It. Because I read a lot of books.
mine's going to say my booktuber friends made me do it. Now they want me to make a change.
That's fair. That's fair.
So yeah, that's what I have coming up, and then I hope
Wonderful.
to be doing a little bit more.
Excellent. Excellent. I've just got the daily vlogs, and then on Friday, I had promised my craft video on Monday. I needed to redo it because I was not happy with it. So I'm redoing it. I'm filming it tomorrow, and it'll go up on Friday. So yeah.
Excellent.
So that's it, everybody. Again, sprints on Tiffany's channel on Friday or Sunday, but PK is doing sprints like on Thursday and on Saturday. So check out her as well. The
Yeah,
Bookie Monster.
Definitely.
But yeah, thank you all so much for joining. Have a good night, everybody.
Oh, and thanks, Sarah. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.